Hello, hello, and welcome to tonight's episode of Loot, Die, Repeat, where a bunch of us dweebs sit around, we roll some dice, we do a lot of laughing at each other, and some collaborative storytelling known as Dungeons & Dragons. And we appreciate you being here, sharing the story with us, as we continue to see what these crazy adventures hold. And we would like you to know that all of our past adventures are up on YouTube. You can go there, check them out. Our links are on the Twitch page here. And as a way of saying thank you for being part of this awesome community and being part of just the growing little show that we have here, we want to give you some stuff. And so throughout the evening, we're going to be giving away those sweet pink dice that are up there, along with those little minis. If we get 3 new subscribers, then we're going to give away that Shambling Mound mini as well, which is really cool. And I think there's an orc in there and a sweet winter fox, which is from the newest set, the Rime of the Frost Maiden set. So just our way of saying thank you. If we get every 50 new subscribers we give away a big giant dragon. And I think we're about halfway to that. So maybe a little less than halfway. But yeah, who knows? We get some new subs tonight. We might give away that sweet sorcerer dragon that you can see right here as well. You can also affect the game through the cheering of bits. And if you type in !rewards, that will show you all of the ways you can cheer bits to give advantage to players, disadvantage to the DM, get some potions and fireballs and all kinds of cool stuff that I will tell you has most certainly affected the outcome of battles at times in our campaign, and our players thank you for that. We also, of course, would encourage you to, hey, follow us here. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe if you're feeling particularly kind and generous, and we really appreciate your support. All right, well, with that, we're going to just jump right into the show. And we're going to start with a little recap so that you can get caught up if you're checking us out here live, perhaps for the first time, and want to know what's happening. So, our group of adventurers, known as the Shades, have been tracking down Captain Tooth, an individual who was seemingly commissioned to retrieve some sort of magical item and to bring it to the Zentarim, who were waiting it, or at least they thought. It seems that there is a web of folks working with each other that ultimately come up underneath a mysterious figure known as the Lady. And they have been following this captain as he has gone to many different locations, and ultimately they tracked him down to Fort Kevlon, a fort at an important trading crossroads, which had been overwhelmed by a horde of gnolls. Using some strategery to take on the gnoll threat, they were ultimately able to disperse the occupiers and send several of them fleeing, and saved many prisoners who were set to be executed by the gnolls. After interrogating, or rather just making conversation with the various prisoners that were there, the Shades determined that the captain had in fact been at the fort, but had recently been taken from the fort to a farmhouse nearby. And so, seeking to track down Captain, they continued to the farmhouse after agreeing to try to retrieve one of the weapons for a prisoner who had it stolen from him. And they, on their way to this farmhouse, were ambushed by one of the gnolls who had escaped, trying to take them out by conjuring some fiendish entities. Through some quick strategic thinking and quick reaction with counterspells, they were able to overcome the gnoll conjurer, take her out, and now as the moon is overhead and darkness has set in, the sound of kind of crickets plays around you in the forest. The darkness shrouds you as the spilled blood of the gnoll and of the fiendish, hooved, horse-like creature, almost centaur-ish, lie before you in the aftermath of this ambush. So, Shades, what will you do next?
Good thing that wasn't a deer, or else Ollie would have kicked butt. As it is, it was a centaur, still kind of hooves. I saw some eyes kind of glow in there. Did anybody else see his eyes? And you're like, "Urgh." So I do not want to see him with a deer, let me tell you.
Listen, Ray, it had hooves and horns. That thing, its ass was grass. That's all I have to say.
Well, you definitely smashed it. You actually probably smashed it almost better than I did.
I mean,
And I'm a pretty hard smasher.
I got it pretty good. Yeah, it was more of like a slice. But, where are we? Like, we're in between the fort and the farm? Like...
We're in Victory Lane, that's where we are.
Yeah, if I'm, like, judging the direction, are we halfway there?
The wind is out of the southeast right now.
Oh, does that... So, are we... Where are we then?
Well, I think we're on the way to the farmhouse.
Oh, good. Well, that's where we want to be. Do we need to, like, regroup? Because we killed one. JB, great job, by the way, with that counterspell. That was awesome.
Well, I saw him trying to bring another one of those creatures out. I wasn't going to have any of that. Nope.
I think you did great.
That was so amazing.
Well, it's a new trick I learned.
I take back everything I said about you last episode. About being useless and pointless and having very little reason for being a part of this group. I take it all back.
I do remember every single word. Of course, I have a pretty keen mind.
Yeah. So remember that I take it all back. Every single negative word I said about you, gone.
I'll remember.
Did you see the way that creature froze when I punched it?
Yeah,
That was awesome.
that was like...
Can you teach me how to do it? I'll teach you how to, like, Oi Melinda, if you could teach me how to, like, freeze people.
That sounds like a high damage combo move. I'm interested.
I'd be.
Speaking of high damage combo moves, you all notice that the glow of your necklaces has diminished slightly. In fact, several of them going out entirely as JB and June kind of used up the heroic action to take out the Armonite, at least to begin.
It was Oliver and Rubius.
What did I say?
JB and June.
Oh, yeah.
Jim was just emphatically punching the air.
I looked at you and then the wrong names came out. Oliver and Rubius, who is not here tonight.
June takes her necklace and glow comes
So
back.
you don't notice that a couple of them still retain their glow. So Morthos and Killian, yours still have a bit of a glow to them, as well as JB, and the three of you all kind of retain that bit of glow. Rubius, June, Ray, and Oliver, yours are now dark.
Are Morthos and I still different color? I believe we had 2 charges.
Oh, he's
Right, so now we're back
That's
to...
why
okay,
it's
gotcha, okay.
yours are still.
Gotcha.
Yep.
On it.
Now we understand how the mechanic
I
works.
see. I
No,
see.
we can bank up as many as we want.
Well,
So
There's good reasons. Yeah.
there's a limit.
Rubius
1 to
kind of
5.
takes out his necklace and he's like, he just makes noises as he doesn't quite know what to do with this.
Is he looking at the back of it?
He is. He has his binoculars and he's kind of looking at them.
All right.
Well, should we keep going to the farmhouse?
I think we should, but we should be quiet, right, Mr. Morthos?
I would say so. I believe that obviously if she was lying here and wait, she must have assumed we were going to come after her, which means that she is probably not the last.
But who knows we're chasing Mr. Tooth, Captain Tooth?
Well, I don't know that anyone knows that we are chasing Mr. Tooth. However, I think they assume we are chasing them because we left the fort.
Oh, okay. That's smart.
That tracks out, yeah.
Well, let me check out these altars and the stuff left behind real quick, and
It's a good idea.
maybe we'll get some information.
Yeah.
So
And I
I'll
don't-
investigate the area.
Do I remember that we were like
So I want to deal with
Yeah.
the investigation first. So JB, you look at the what looks almost like a stone gate, very Stonehenge-esque, that is set up, and on either side of it, two larger pillars, solitary stone formations.
That's right.
Where the knoll was kind of drawing energy as it conjured these fiendish creatures. Roll a history check, first of all, on whether you know what those creatures were.
It's a plus 11. So it's, sorry. Yeah. 19.
19. You know that these creatures are from the Nine Hells, otherwise known as Bator. And they are called Armanites. They're almost like the cavalry of the devilish creatures. And they can be conjured and controlled through a powerful conjurer, as this knoll must have been. Or at least was able to tap into such conjuration magic through this portal, which still kind of retains a bit of conjuration magic. It's residual as it begins to fade. And you do see under the glow of the moon, it almost has a bit of this energy that empowers it. So it seems that it's activated at night in some way, and she was utilizing this to power her spell.
So I think that the power's coming from the moon or from the stones
Roll
or
an
from below
Arcana
the
check.
stones.
Roll an Arcana check now.
Good question.
Uh, 17.
So it seems that these stones have some resident arcane magic in them. As you investigate and look around, you do see faint runes which are etched on the inside of the stone kind of doorway formation, and it glows a fading pink color as it is kind of it's kind of ebbing out. The conjuration power is ebbing out that had been drawn from it.
I'll try to remember those runes, which I will. And okay.
You think perhaps if you, with that arcane, you think perhaps if you spent some time with the runes and devoted some study to it, you may be able to develop into some sort of a conjuration spell if you cared to do that.
I say there's some dark magic happening here. You can see these runes fading out right here.
Yeah.
Bringing creatures from the I don't know where.
Of the horned and hooved variety.
the
I could have
the
told you
abyss.
this was dark.
I think one of the levels of the Nine Hells.
Oh, jeez. It's
You
really
also-
dark.
None could beat him.
You also believe that if you desired, you could basically dispel and destroy the runes and make it inert. If
With an Oimelinda or with a spell?
it would take some time, but you could certainly have Ray assist you with that. More time than you feel like you have right now, but you could come back and address it if you cared to.
I say, is anyone keeping track of the map here?
I'm usually pretty good on
Yeah.
finding our way.
He said the wind's from the southeast, so...
Yeah, well, that direction over there is north. So if you could mark down this location, I think we should come back here.
Oh! Ray starts gathering like little stones, and she puts a big X over the spot, and then like 20 feet north and 20 feet south, just as stones in a line. I did it, JB! We marked it! X marks the spot!
Yeah.
With a ... We're pirates! Ollie, we're pirates!
I've known that my entire life.
I'm a pirate now, guys!
Yeah. You're my second first mate.
Yeah, I thank you for that, Ray. I appreciate it. The power coming from here may be reused again, and I don't think it wise to leave it here. But
So
So you want me to Oimelinda?
Well, let's let's go get Mr. Tooth, and then we'll
Aw.
come back here, and then we'll or Melinda.
Don't worry,
That sounds
everyone.
good.
All right.
Ray, I think that
I have drawn us a map. Do you think this will be of use?
That is perfect.
yes, thank you.
I put bad guys here for reference, so we
think-
know coming back.
I think Ray, I think that you would do
so
well to
useful.
use Oil Melinda.
Just not yet.
However, I believe there's some magic here to take care of prior to that.
Okay.
I don't want it backlashing on you.
Okay, well, Bora did
Or
say
to
you
suck you into the nine hells.
Oh, that'd be
Well, a
terrible.
knob would rescue me. That's okay.
Doubt it.
But yeah, gotta work on my patience. It's what Deborah and Killian keep telling me. Right, Killian?
It's very
Who?
true.
Okay,
Who and Killian?
Deborah. Remember the big time where we jumped off the bridge and then you free file?
Yeah.
You slowed down Ollie and Killian,
Yeah.
but I got like sucked into this
Yeah.
little other dimension, and then I met Deborah, and then I was telling you guys all about patience.
It was crazy as shit.
It was. You don't remember that?
I do.
crazy is
All I remember is butterflies and
Well, Zeus.
some wild drug-induced stories.
Well, that's just silly. There is a butterfly living in me, but I don't see how you could think that's drug related.
Obviously, and my tail talks to me in my head. So, like, get used to the weird, man. Embrace
Surrounded
weird.
by the insane, I believe.
Morthos, you are certainly the
Speaking from the one who
Yep.
has voices in his head.
psychiatric gatherer here.
All right, now
Perhaps we should move on.
we dilly-dallied along enough here. Should we keep moving towards the
Yeah,
farm?
I think we're getting close to the path that leads off of the road here towards
Yeah, how
the farm.
Well,
how close do you think that is?
I thought it was like 300 feet. Is that what you said?
Nah, it's
To
about
the
4
road?
miles from Fort Kevlin to the fort.
It was that.
the farm.
So
But we
you
traveled several
traveled the
miles.
main road, and you were told to take the branch road, which you have now taken. It was on that road that you were ambushed, so you presume the farm is not too far away.
Hey, Ollie.
I say I will
Yes.
have diminished powers moving forward, but I can re-up this light here. It's about to go out, so
I also will be running low on the fancy sparkle stuff. That's what I call my magic. Fancy sparkle stuff.
mm-hmm.
I do like sparkles.
coincidentally,
But
I'm
I
also
can.
running low on energy.
All right.
I can.
Resource management.
I can
Put that in your notes.
do one last spell to help
I
us.
have everything left.
One would say pass without a
Brain.
trace.
Okay. Yes, that's because your save is 9 and useless. Okay. So
If you would desire,
Still
or
smashing.
we can use that spell that makes us sneaky, or I can save it for later
Can
to
we-
fight.
Can
if
we
you,
use that spell where you put the healing circle in the ground and then we run in and out of it?
If I use the sneaky spell, no, we cannot.
Well, I can smash for like all week if I have
Rubius
to.
has started walking.
But I can't.
okay.
I'm bleeding here.
If he dies, he dies.
Well, listen here. They told us that they were the spellcasters up here. Yes.
Mhm.
So just let's keep our resources now and save them for when we really need them.
Agreed. Let's follow that impetuous fool.
Can we sneak? I'm not gonna cast passenger, but we should stealth.
Yeah, let's just be quiet for once.
You see him start running up to trees and making himself small, looking out, and then running to the next tree and making himself small in a very exaggerated form. Can you see me?
I don't know, what did
Completely,
you
yeah.
roll?
Natural one.
You're joking.
He trips.
I actually rolled the exact same thing.
I don't see him!
I need the lucky feet.
You have it.
No, I
You're a
don't.
halfling.
I have it. but I
Oh.
can get the.
That's not bad.
All right.
So he kind of gets up, dusts himself off, looks back at you, and kind of rejoins you. So what's the plan?
We're going to move forward quietly until we get a visual on the farm, and then we're going to regroup and let the 2 smart ones tell us what, well, 3 smart, well, for everyone else but us will come up with a plan. We're doers, you know what I mean? Doers.
I'm brilliant.
At what?
Squirrel!
Moving on. Quietly.
So what is your order?
Rubius first, obviously.
What?
Well, I mean, he's the pincushion. I mean, actually, he is pretty sneaky, and he does have dark vision, so it's not.
Well, we all have dark vision right now.
Yes, but he has natural dark vision.
He
and
has
he's
double
sneaky.
dark vision.
So Rubius is in the front, then who?
I would probably be after.
And
Okay.
I'll be after them. 'cause
I'll be
I have the
after,
best perception.
Killian.
June, Killian.
Someone's gonna take an arrow. It's gonna be the guy who's not here.
Oh,
I'll be
yeah,
after
I am
June.
bleeding. If anybody has
I'd
a
be up
potion.
towards the front.
I'll be towards the back with JB.
I mean, I rolled those things.
Morthos, where are you?
I'll stay at the very end.
Okay, very good.
You have the
Everyone else
most
wants
movement.
to. Everyone else wants to be up front.
You begin to creep forward, and you notice as you make your way parallel to the path, but off of the road in the forest, that it gives way to sparse trees kind of along the road, and you start to see fields around you. They look to be cultivated and growing various different crops. Some are what look to be the early stages of perhaps corn or cabbage. It's hard to tell because it's early in the growing season. You see whatever, my baby, perhaps barley or it's
Do I see carrots?
Yes. Do we see carrots?
not this far out. It seems that more of the vegetables that would be for home use, perhaps, are most likely.
Yeah, Ray. No
closer
one
to
uses
home.
carrots for home. So
Sorry.
So
Could have helped our
you
dark vision.
you find it difficult to hide in forests or fields. It's kind of an open area, though there are a smattering of trees about. It's just not a heavily wooded area.
All the grass is taller than me, so I'm.
So as you move, I need. Have you cast Without a Trace?
Did not.
Cast Without a Trace?
Did
Okay,
not.
so I need everyone to roll a stealth check, please.
do it.
Guidancing myself. Nobody knows that except for me.
So I'm going to roll for Rubius.
That's good.
Rubius, I rolled another natural one.
You're- All right, retire those dice.
That's 2 natural ones on 2 different dice.
No,
We needed.
23.
I'm getting them all out of the way for you guys right now.
Rubius died.
23.
23, Killian,
19, 24.
24.
25.
Wow.
Wow,
17.
Suck on that natural one.
10.
24.
Okay, so collectively you guys think you're pretty quiet, even though Rubius trips again
Constantly rolling.
over a rock or
His
something.
shoelaces are untied.
Yeah, he kind of gets himself up, looks around, and pretends like nothing happened.
Shh. The hell, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, don't be sorry. Don't get me killed.
Appreciate your grace. And he continues on.
We're all out of
Um,
spells.
You approach the crest of a hill, a grassy knoll, which seems to have a row of small, not quite pine trees, but almost like fir trees, which are shaped, and they kind of go along the road at several intervals every couple of feet. And beyond the grassy knoll, you see what looks to be a rooftop on the right, and then kind of straight ahead you see another what looks to be the outline of a rooftop. The edge of your dark vision doesn't quite let you see it. You're kind of catching the reflection of the moonlight as it just catches the bit of the roof, and so you get the sense that you are very close to the farm. Not quite in a visual with the grassy knoll that blocks the straight view, but you are certainly probably within 300 feet of it.
So 100 yards.
Or 100 yards.
300 feet. 100 yards.
I know it's not up there yet. Are we coming from the lower part of the screen?
You are coming from,
I'm
the
sorry.
south here.
How many meters are we away?
90.
Approximately.
76.2.
I'm holding you to that.
I don't.
That's
I
not
just.
true.
It's not.
It's close to 90. It's
Yeah.
over 90.
Okay, so
Nice.
as you approach the grassy knoll, Rubius kind of hunches down and lays in the grass and begins to kind of like slither forward in an exaggerated sense as he's looks back to you and he's like, snake, and continues forward up.
I whisper, "That's not a snake. You're being a bunny rabbit."
Mm-hmm.
You hear the quiet sound. Forehead slap.
He crests the hill, and the rest of you kind of come alongside.
Rubius, what do elf eyes see?
Well, I'll tell you. And you can
Everything
go
you just
to
said.
the map.
I say it's real strange to see a freshly painted farmhouse out here.
It looks really cool, doesn't it?
Does look like an excellent homestead.
I wonder if that roof comes off for topical top-down views.
Ooh, I bet you it does.
Probably. Someone's thought of that.
It looks really well maintained.
All right, stop breaking the fourth wall back in.
Fortunately, the DM didn't have time to finish all of the layering on the said 3D object. However, you do see, in fact, a farmhouse which looks to be 2.5 stories tall. You immediately recognize that there are knolls about. 2 of them that
Grassy knolls? Or
Well-
animal knolls?
you are laying on a grassy knoll, and you are looking at
We
a
almost avoided a fight there.
knoll, a little cabal of knolls that are in front of the farmhouse. 3 of whom you immediately recognize as the ones that ran from the fight. And one that used a ring of some sort on Rubius to knock him off of the roof is riding atop the back of a massive beast, which has 2 jagged horns that come out from its head, and it has the body almost of a lion, but the face of a almost like a elongated buffalo snout.
Interesting.
With a dark, ragged mane, and the horns kind of cackle with electricity. And
I'm so sick of electricity.
it crackles, cackles.
I like it.
Yeah.
It mocks us
It
with
mocks
its
us with its with your horns, as if the electric kind of travels down the horns, and you see the kind of spark in its mouth.
What's
a
its
little bit.
footwear look like?
It has exposed feet and hands.
Okay.
No hooves.
We're fine.
And it does have a saddle that the knoll leader is riding, and it kind of paces back and forth in front of the farmhouse, side to side. I need everyone to roll a perception check.
Okay. It's basically Goldar from Power Rangers.
Dang.
Scheiße. 6.
30.
30,
17.
17,
Solid 10.
10,
6.
6,
14.
14. All right. So, Morthos and Ray, you
You're all over the place with the names here, man.
The
What did I
30.
say?
The 30 didn't see it.
said Morthos and Ray.
Okay.
Did I get it
Not
wrong?
Killian?
No, I'm starting with the ones who actually see something first.
Oh.
I'll get to Killian last.
Oh.
All right. So the 14 and the 16, right? That's what you guys rolled.
You jerk.
I mean.
Ray, you now see nothing. Morthos.
A gnat gets in your
Oh, man!
So
for questioning the DM.
you both notice that there are knolls. Those you haven't seen before, but look kind of like run-of-the-mill knolls. One stands next to what looks to be a shed. Actually, as you look closer, no, it's not a shed. It looks to be more of a well that must be there. That's atop another kind of grassy knoll across the way. And you see a large barn to your right that rises up about the same height as the farmhouse, maybe a little bit taller, in fact. And it doesn't look to have any doors or windows around you, but there's a knoll that's standing on the corner, near the corner of it, as you can't really see inside because there are no windows. You also, both of you notice that standing at the top of the stairs, and this is just kind of on the the periphery of your vision, and you see it because it seems to be lit from the inside. So you see kind of the silhouette of this figure. Another gnoll, which isn't quite as large as the other three. In fact, far smaller than the one that's riding the large creature. But it is dressed in what looks to be full plate metal armor. And seems to be looking inside and then looking out, kind of looking around, checks back behind the farmhouse, and is out. You also see a window on the front of the farmhouse, and you see movement, but it can't quite make out what you see inside. There is a patch of a garden kind of to the left of the house, which
carrots.
Ray, you specifically pick on a carrot patch, which excites you, along with several sunflowers, which are emerging and budding. On the east side of the house, it seems that there's perhaps a fenced-in chicken coop area, something of that nature. There is a window in the lower portion of the farmhouse, but there doesn't seem to be any light on there, so you can't really see anything within. The only light seems to be coming from the second story of the house. Again, there's seeming to be a set of stairs that goes up to that second story, heavily guarded by these gnolls. Killian.
So,
You, as you are able to peer in through the window, you recognize that there are at least 3 distinct figures that you see. One is very short, and so you only see the top of its head. You surmise it's a gnome or halfling, maybe a short dwarf. It is balding, and you see the hair kind of coming down the sides, and is wearing spectacles. And it seems to be kind of the one that's moving around the most. Is you see just the top of its head. You also see slightly behind it what looks to be another gnoll, also small, but very feminine in form. In fact, the facial features are almost human, but there's a kind of a thin gray fur which coats her face, and she has rather than a kind of protruded snout, it's very much like a human nose with a kind of a short snout. And she seems to wear almost like a veil over the bottom portion of the snout, covering her face. And
did you say the first one was a gnome or a gnoll?
you can't. It's a shorter creature,
Okay.
like a halfling or a gnome or a dwarf. It's hard to discern. And then the last figure that you see, all you see is the back of it, as it's kind of just some points swayed in front of the window and back. Looks to just be a hooded figure. There's just a hood that is dark reddish hue. You think it's hard to tell from the angle. Beyond that, you see everything else that I described. So, what are you guys doing?
In addition to all of the bad guys that you do see, I'm not sure that you guys got a glimpse in the window of the farmhouse on the second floor, but there are 3 figures up there. One short like me, I can't really tell what it is. One gnoll, but she looks different, almost human-like, kind of, much different.
Good, that'll make her weaker.
Than these gnolls out here. I don't know if it makes her weaker. She's wearing a veil. And then there's one last figure that I could not tell what it was, as it was hooded. Hooded, and I only got a view of its back. Just for your information, as we...
So...
No sign of the hat that was described of us for Mr. Tooth, though.
I don't want to disconnect them. So.
Okay. All right.
So we run down and charge him and hit him all guns a-blazing?
Nah, probably not a good idea. You see that one that's mocking us with its horns?
Yes, the cackling one?
Yeah, I feel like that could take all of us right now.
So there are at least 9, maybe more, but there's at least 9 that we can see based on what you have told us.
Yeah. Is there another way in?
I don't know if that is a fight that we win, and if we do, it will not be easy.
Well, if you give me some healing, I can run down and charge and probably knock that guy down, and then...
I don't know.
And then what?
I don't know, I don't think that far ahead.
Do you think this is a strategy like we did last time with illusions? Maybe we could lure the big one away at least.
Could be.
Quick question. Does anybody have any potions for Miss Ray if she is hurting as bad as she sounds?
I am also
I
bleeding.
mean, my ribs are kind of broken, and I have a really big gash on my side, but it's still bleeding, but I'll live.
I have one minor healing potion.
I would save it in case I, really can't live, though.
And don't forget, you do have a good berry still.
Can I make a medicine check on Ray?
Sure.
Ooh, I'll say this. Our last battle.
16.
You can tell him what your hit points are.
29 out of 65.
Oh.
Had a lot more than 9 people. I mean, we got 7 of us strong here. I really don't think that.
Well,
there's
really
a
6.5,
huge problem.
JB. Rubius only counts for half.
Wow, incredibly rude.
I resemble that remark.
You resemble it, that's right.
The difference.
She's
Exactly.
She's
Precisely.
getting quite quick
I know.
with her.
The
I'm learning from Ollie, thanks.
I mean, I'm not that mean, but all right. The difference there is we're not going into this 100% like we were last time. We also had the element of surprise from inside the fort. We don't have that right now.
So,
It's
what,
an external assault completely.
somebody want to walk up and say hello? Is that the plan?
Well,
Well, I
there
don't-
might be another way in. Houses usually have more than one entry point.
What if maybe 1 or 2? There looks like there's a barn to our right. Maybe someone could sneak behind it and get or find another way into the house. While the rest of us kind of do a frontal assault and at least cause enough distraction and commotion to pull them out. Maybe allowing someone to find Tooth and get out.
So I hear what you're saying, but we know there's 3 distinct figures on the inside as well, right?
Yes. Is there patrol coming around at all?
The only people you see patrolling or moving are the large knoll, which again kind of just
Back and
goes back
forth.
and
slowly saunters back and forth.
Sorry to interrupt.
We got to be able to get in and get out. That to me would be the biggest thing.
Did you say, did everybody see that one guy standing by the barn? Was that relayed to everyone?
Ah, the little one?
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Killian did describe the... Yeah,
Okay.
as did Ray and Morthos.
Yeah.
It seems odd to me that they would have somebody guarding this small barn. Maybe there's a secret way inside and that's why they have somebody standing there.
I thought that was odd as well. I thought maybe we could even get on top of the barn for a different vantage point.
Rubius smirks at that, doesn't he?
Or maybe at least go around the outside knowing that he's there, though.
June, do you still have the cape that I gave you?
I'm wearing it currently. I go,
Okay.
this.
Yes. Could you let JB take a look at it?
Of course. Take it off.
I say it's damaged.
Do you think it could work?
Have you tried looking closer at the thread count?
Every time I try to inspect it, it
Venetian.
kind of zaps my brain a little bit.
All right then.
Oh, it might still have charge then.
Maybe. But I don't have the resources right now.
All right.
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
I guess if you want to wait 10 minutes sitting in front of these knolls.
Well, you know what it does. You're just trying to determine...
It'll work.
31.
As you look at it, you do see that the inner hem of this cape of the Montebank is singed, and the runes are clearly damaged by the force of the interdicting magical field that was meant to prevent that sort of teleportation magic, but that Morthos kind of was able to force through. And you think that you might be able to do a kind of a quick field patch, at least attempt to see if you could get it to work.
Well, I can't see beyond these little singe marks, so I'll clear this up. I'll prestidigitate it with a twinkle of my fingers.
Sparkle in my eye.
Does anyone have I'm gonna try to line these runes up now, okay? Does anyone have some thread? Mayhaps I can. No.
I
Can
have.
June
you
take off
can,
one of her arm wraps and it's like beaten to heck at this point?
I have string.
Or we could do that as well. June is over here trying to DIY it while he's getting the
You
string
can
out.
use some of my
Yes.
hair if you'd
Yeah.
like. It's probably
Go
long
ahead.
enough.
That's
That's a little gross.
The golden
but,
flowing locks.
Good second option.
yeah. So I'll grab some string.
Okay.
I only have ship rope left.
If you could perhaps get it to work, Killian, can you still change into one of your creatures?
Yeah, I can, because of our short little rest we had at the fort.
Do you think that you could sneak yourself in as something small and get in close enough? I don't know how your thing works, and maybe you reappear, grab him, and poof,
That's not a bad idea.
while we are kicking down the front
It's
array.
not the worst idea.
I like it.
See, but,
Especially the kicking down the front part.
but if I fail at this and you become puddle at the bottom of the basement,
There's high risk, high reward.
I abdicate all responsibility.
Wait, I've been carrying a waiver around for things just like this. If you could sign here, we are not at fault. In blood.
I have attempted to fix a few magic items at my
Oh,
shop.
well, I do
but-
trust your skills, and if we think that is what is best, then
I
I
don't
would
know
be.
if we can just survive a full-on attack.
I agree. Quick question.
I'm ready.
What if there are more than one prisoner?
Yeah.
Well,
We're here for two.
Pick the
I
healthier
would
one.
agree. If we get tooth out, we can always decide if there is someone else. Another way,
I
perhaps.
just I think the only reason I ask is my understanding of this cape from what you've told me in our travels is that I can only bring one person with me, correct?
One willing creature.
One willing person is all you will be able
So
to
make
And
sure.
I gotta be touching.
No, so here's what we do. If there are two people, you give them the cape and tell them what to do, and you sneak back out as a rodent or something.
How's he going to give them the cape as a rodent?
But he can't use the cape as a rodent. That's not how this cape works.
No,
How would he carry it?
completely understood.
He'll have to turn back into a person with the cape visible.
Right, and then how would he turn back into a rodent to get out to give it to them?
No, he would get in,
As a rodent?
turn into a person,
Yes.
give them the cape,
Yes.
turn back into a rodent.
Does he have the ability to do that twice?
I don't know.
do, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
Well-
many times exactly, actually.
I mean,
Killian,
I've been yelled at previously for sacrificially leaving people behind. Maybe not as JB, but however,
Pragmatic.
It's every other character you played.
I think that
We just hear a crow in the background.
It's a raven.
that it would be prudent to attempt as much good as possible.
Now, if I remember correctly, they can transport to a place they've seen, correct?
Or think of.
Think of.
Or, yeah.
Within a certain radius of the spell.
Well, if my memory, somewhere around 500 feet.
That sounds... I feel like you said that before. About a month ago.
Well, I mean, it's damaged, though. Perhaps the rune may allow it less space.
Or
However-
it might only
however,
allow
this
it one
string here-
teleportation.
The string here is pulling it taut enough to connect the runes to my...
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
I guidance him.
Okay, you're guidanced.
And I'll exceptionally whip myself prior to doing this.
Okay.
Jeez. How many modify... And your guide... Or, no.
Inspired.
No.
No?
I'm inspired. What's that dice?
No.
you're not.
Do you need it?
What is that, a 6?
Guidance
It'd be a
is
D8.
Can't, he already rolled.
D4?
Nope. I took it away.
You do not. You are not inspired.
But your guy.
You
Your
almost
guidance,
were
D4.
inspired.
Okay. I don't even know what my score is. All right. 7, 25, 36.
Okay.
Do you think we did it?
We just went 30, 31, 36 on our last
You
three rolls.
you are pretty content with the job that you did, and while
JB, that looks almost new.
the individual would have to really mess it up for it not to work, you think.
So listen, whoever's gonna use this cape, I'm not using this cape. Believe you me, I will mess it up. Whoever's using this, be very specific in your thought process. For if you think of tree, and you end up in the tree, not my fault. Nope.
So you hand off the cloak to Killian.
Was
Make
not
sure they're
expecting-
willing.
This is your roll. Do your roll.
Let me remind our viewers that for
All the help,
250 bits, you can buy advantage for our players at the table.
So, one more thing
Yeah.
you should know.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the Kendim mentioned getting his hilt.
Yeah, I heard that.
So, like, not that there's enough to do when you're in there. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Do we have a signal for come and rescue me as I'm dying? Because I don't think I'll be anything but dying unless that happens.
I think screaming.
Can't you not speak in others'
minds?
heads
I
and
have
minds?
to see you in order to do that.
Well, hopefully I'll be in the range of the window then.
If you're not back in 5 minutes,
Well, I
we
think-
will head towards the rainbow in the desert.
Well, I think it's gonna take me. It's gonna take me some time to travel
I can message
around.
you continually if you'd like. And you can respond in your mind.
Nah,
Starting now.
I'm sorry. Have you ever seen something called a groundhog or a mole?
Sounds fascinating. What is it?
Well, they're creatures that burrow, and so be like a straight shot instead of going around like a squirrel monk or a chipperel.
You mean right underneath the big old
Yes.
beast with horns?
Under the ground. Is that what you were saying?
I see no problem with this.
I also have no idea what the digging speed is. So
Well, they're in their favored terrain, so I think it's double. Ooh, you should be a were groundhog, just in case you have to bite someone.
Sorry, that's a CR2.
All right.
So, am I supposed to distract? I can throw some cards, which I've been wanting to do for a while.
Not yet. Let's let him get moving before we kind of.
I hate all of
I don't
Didgeridoo.
mind throwing every one of these cards at the same time.
I'm sure you don't.
Or I could create
keep
an
my stealth
illusion
the
of
same
an
stealth.
old god
I believe so.
for funsies, as was suggested previously by our patrons.
So,
Roll history check.
History.
it-
And I have exceptional
Can I
wit
keep
active.
I'm still under the same stealth check.
No.
23.
it'll be fine.
In your studies of all things obscure, you have studied some of the not quite deities, but some of the creatures that set themselves up as deities to other races. One of those creatures is known as Yanagu. And this creature is essentially the god, abyssal in nature, of gnolls.
Yanagu.
Yanagu.
I remember seeing a picture drawn. Now, it was black and white with just a little bit of ink of a person named Yanagu. If it comes to it, I could.
Who's he?
Well, he's someone that the gnolls look up to.
I like the patron
for
saint
their-
of death for the gnolls.
Yes, pretty much.
Nam can beat him.
All right.
Yeah, most likely he could. Yes.
So here's what we got: field mouse or mole or something. Burrow in, hop out of the ground unseen, carrying the cape. Hopefully it shrinks down to your size. Otherwise, this will be absurd. You sneak your way in, unlatch a door without hands. maneuver your way through at least 2 people, maybe 3 unknown in the building. Come alive! Grab him, poof out. Also get the hilt of the sword.
But he has to be willing to come.
Easy. Well, this
Why
is what
wouldn't
you
he
have to
just-
say.
Why wouldn't he
Come
just
with
go
me if
through
you
the
want to
window?
live.
That's good. That's good.
What?
Why wouldn't he just climb the wall and go through the window?
I like Ollie's way. It's much more dramatic.
I
Yeah.
did see a window in the
that
basement
could,
floor.
that could work too. I
There is a
guess.
window above it as well.
Is it a thatched roof?
It is a thatched roof.
Oh, you could just peel through the thatched roof.
Try to do
Thatched
that.
roofs are notoriously
Actually,
terrible.
that would be quite cool if you just burrowed through the thatched roof, and as you were falling, you came back into your form in midair, grabbed him, and vanished.
I feel
That
like
would be like epic.
we've got to go for not
What are
only.
you rolling for?
Oh.
Stealth. Okay.
He's gonna.
Natural 20. Okay, so what path are you taking as you turn into what creature?
Grasshopper.
40 years
You got
later.
this, young
Make sure to
grasshopper.
speak into the mic.
He's also holding the cape.
You would know that whatever you're carrying
Okay,
melds
okay,
into your
yes.
form. So you put the cape on.
Unless I did it wrong.
You kind of look at everyone a bit anxiously, and then shrink down into what form?
We said a field mouse doesn't have climbing speed or
It
dark,
does not.
Dark Knight.
The smallest creature with climbing speed would be a squirrel, which you used last
Okay.
time.
Does it have crossing field speed? It's a field.
Well, you're kind of over
can I get a
here.
position? Okay.
You're kind of off. Really, the first thing that faces you is the barn,
Oh, okay, perfect.
and
I will go around the barn.
so you go around the barn.
The back.
As you,
I am a squirrel. Yes.
yep.
That is what
And what's your total stealth? Your total stealth? I know you said you rolled a
Uh,
natural 20, but
21. 26.
okay. You come around the outside of the barn, and as you do so, you see what in fact is a stable area. There are several dead horses inside, which look to have been eaten,
Dinner.
and
I bet they
you
eat
do
squirrel.
see one knoll that's just kind of standing on the edge and does kind of look back into the stable towards the edge of the barn where you are, as you just kind of stop and lay in the shadows. And then it kind of turns back around and looks up the road. It's clearly on
Do I see
guard.
anything else in the stables or?
Roll a perception check.
I mean, should we
While
all go
he's
around
at the
barn?
corner, in his
Should we
mind,
all go around the
I
barn?
just tell him,
21.
remember to tell him you're here to save him.
As you look in the stable, you do see a bunch of farm equipment, plows and things of this nature, which clearly would be used by the farm. And you do notice from this vantage point now that at the top edge of the barn, there is a line, a wire that connects the barn to the top corner of the house.
Interesting.
That's a squirrel wire if I've ever seen one.
It was like it was made for you.
As you look and see it, you see that it kind of comes up. It comes up near the window, and there's a little like round winch on it, and then you see several clips. It seems that this is the line that they use to dry their clothing.
Sure, why not? I'm gonna climb across it.
So you climb up,
Bum, bum,
and
bum,
you
bum,
climb across.
Do we see his tiny squirrel
As you
shape?
do so,
hopping?
please roll an acrobatics check.
You got this. You're just a squirrel.
Are we seeing his tiny squirrel shape
go.
bob along the wire?
Nice.
20 unnatural.
Roll a perception check.
I really want to see that.
I don't know.
Ooh. That's a 9.
I'm very sweaty.
He vanished around side the barn, and you don't know where he's gone. As you go along the wire, you step on one of the clothespins, and it's right over the large beast, and it comes unclipped, and you reach down and grab it
With my tail.
just in time, and you kind of pin it back on. Continue along as
dexterous
it's
squirrel.
walking back and forth.
Most squirrels are, right?
And you come to the edge of a window that is kind of on the other side, that's slightly ajar, that you did not see before.
Yeah.
As you look through the window, you see that there is a larger vaulted ceiling with a bit of a almost like a loft, and across.
Oh,
Well, that was cool.
Wow.
So you're kind of like oh, you can't see it. You're like right over here looking in,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hella cool.
and you look across and you see another knoll that is peering out a window opposite you, kind of looking out in this direction. And directly below you, I'm gonna take that off.
Again? Wow, this is the coolest little thing.
So as you look, you see several different people
Someone
First,
should
It's a house party.
sitting
Buy us a fireball.
on a stool, bound in front of an old fireplace, and all the furniture, everything in here, all the decorations, it's been like destroyed and strewn about. It's been cleared out of anything of utility, and they're just using this as a makeshift kind of interrogation spot, and almost like a forward operation base type of a thing, away from the fort. You see a tiefling sitting on a chair that has a blue coat, two black horns that kind of trail back,
I knew his description.
and you see a tooth kind of around its neck as it's bound. You see the knoll female. What you see now must be a half knoll, half human, that is standing there, kind of watching what looks to be a
They've been on
little
Grindr.
gnome, and the other figure that you saw.
Yeah.
Behind the gnome is a figure you did not see. This looks to be a man with a big scar across his face, kind of down his eye.
interesting.
You see that his left eyebrow is white, and there is a white streak that kind of goes all the way through his hair, and the rest is black.
He met Elsa.
And he wears heavy armor and has a large greatsword kind of in his back, and a shield that he's just there, arms crossed, clearly standing directly behind the gnome, as if guarding and protecting him. With his arms crossed, please roll a perception check as you peer in.
Ooh, you're on fire tonight.
Woo!
Natural 20.
You need these, dude.
You notice just peeking out on his inner forearm the seal of the Zentarum, a flying snake. In front of him is the gnome, which you now see is wearing a purple robe that is open in the front. A robe that matches the same description as what the sailor told you, that he saw the hem of a robe. And he has a blue trousers that, as the robe opens, and greenish vestments that kind of come down to about mid-quad, as he has balding long hair and the spectacles that are perched atop a pointy nose. He is holding a staff, and he is having a conversation, which I'll get to in a moment. You see, with a hood pulled very low, a figure that is hunched over a cane, that is just kind of leaning forward and looking and mostly listening. In the corner, almost directly below you, you see a figure that is just floating in midair. And with that roll, you see silver windswept armor that is almost floating of its own accord. you see the wisps of wind that kind of fill this armor, and it's a creature that you've never seen before, almost elemental in nature. As it sits and is just taking in the whole room and watching this dark cloaked figure, as well as the conversation that's going on between the gnoll and the gnome and the dark figure in the side, as well as the captain who sits on the chair. You see, listen as this conversation goes on, and the gnome is speaking up and saying to the captain, "All we want is the location of the island. I don't care about the artifact. I don't care about the item. I just want the island. That is the last known location of Lord Seed. We must find his resting place. The Zent care of nothing else." The cloaked woman kind of speaks up, and she says, "Yes, well, I understand your desire for the island. And Lord Seed, yes, this vampiric necromancy you seek is of no use. I have far more powerful magics. However, I have made a promise to my friends in the hegemony." And she gestures towards this air creature that is kind of swirling there, which looks at her and nods. "I will secure the item which you have lost," as she looks at the captain.
Oh, burn.
"I will retrieve the artifact that it will reveal, and the hegemony will have what it seeks, I assure you." The gnome then looks over at the gnolls. "And you, if your people hadn't intercepted the package that was bound for my people, I wouldn't have another problem on my hand," as he kind of looks back out the door towards the other kind of half gnoll person, which is kind of leaning in and looking in the heavy plate armor, and you watch as the gnome's eyes kind of go to his hip, and on his hip hangs a cylindrical hilt. And that gnome kind of, the creature speaks up, and kind of in a low, gravelly pitch, he says, "I don't like this, sister. Let's leave this lot. It's not worth it." The female half gnoll speaks up, and she says, "Well, brother, she has promised that she can rid us of this cursed blood. It is worth it. I would do anything to take my true form again." As she kind of stands back, and you see her kind of look at herself, and she is quite shapely, but has this gnoll form that afflicts her. And she looks at the captain and she says, "Perhaps we've been trying the wrong type of persuasion." And the captain looks up and he says, "Listen to me. I tell you, I have told you everything that I know. There is nothing more that I can give to you. The little halfling man, he took the item. I don't have it. I thought that you would be pissed, which clearly you are. And so I ran and you find me. And now I am trapped again. So if you let me go, I will go and I will lead the charge against this little Kelsinmere person. And then I will be able to make everything all right. And you will have the item and you will be happy." And he's not actually gesturing with his hands like that because they're tied behind him, but his head is kind of like, "And so this, I don't understand what this is the problem, no?" And no. And at that, the lady, who you now discern is in fact a lady, as she turns towards the captain, she kind of slowly, and she's clearly hunched as she walks. She walks up to the captain and she says, "Well, you've had your chance already." And she reaches out a bony hand with a long finger, and she kind of just traces his cheekbone. And she reaches down, she says, "Oh, as your penance, perhaps I'll kill you. But certainly I would like to have this." And she looks at the tooth. She says, "I have uses for dragon parts." And she, with one swift move, which belies the fragility that she appears, there's clearly some strength behind her as she rips the tooth off of the necklace. And you watch as the gnome is kind of continuing. "Well, Respin's gonna have to just clean this up, and then I'm gonna have to deal with the rest of the mess in Westgate, and do you realize our plans are coming undone? In the West, we are dealing with those damnable Minotaur, who are moving with the aid of those dragon cultists, and we have to keep up. We must keep going. And this Mansoon, who seems to be appearing in Waterdeep as an imposter, I don't know if it's real, so we have to hold things together here in the East. What are we going to do about this?" And they continue to kind of go around and round
No, keep going. You're doing a great job.
in this conversation. And as this is going on, you watch as the gnoll kind of pulls out another sword that he has tucked in his belt. And he's just kind of looking at it. It's a scimitar with an onyx blade that has...
This is the null that's...
At the...
Sorry, I just want to...
Yep, at the
gate.
At the date. Captain Tooth kind of looks at his... "Yes, well, you can have this. This is yours, you take. I don't need it at all. You can have it, okay? I'd give it to you as a peace offering, no? Yes? It's yours, yes. You take it, it's yours. I don't want it. I didn't really want it anyway, you know? And so, yeah, well, I can go now. Please. And he's clearly just trying to use his charisma to get through the situation. What are you doing, Killian?
Watching with popcorn.
Well, did any of us see Killian get to the roof yet?
Yeah, I would like to roll perception
Everyone can roll perception.
for my message that I said I would do.
Yep.
21.
20.
Good lord.
It's an 11.
Mention it.
Do you need to see me to do it?
Oh, no.
Let me read.
Before we get those perception checks, we're going to do our first giveaway of the night.
Heyo.
And so, if you would like your opportunity to win those beautiful pink dice, then type in to the chat right now, exclamation point, voices, VOICES, exclamation point, voices, and you can have a chance at getting those pretty pink dice. We're going to be giving away the other minis here later this evening, so stick around for that as well. And if we get 3 new subscribers, we'll give away that shambling mound. So that is also available as a way of saying thank you again for all of you who are with us in our stream. So exclamation point voices if you would like your chance to win those dice. All right, perception check.
11.
11, Ray.
10.
10, June.
5.
Oh my gosh.
JB.
20.
20.
21.
21. Morthos and JB, you, in the glint of the moonlight, caught kind of the weird stagger of what looked to be rope.
Shambling Mound's coming.
But
Oh my goodness.
well, thank you very much for the subscriptions. The Shambling Mound will be included tonight. Thank you very much. And you see scamper and then stop, and what kind of peer in the silhouette against the glow of the moon of Killian's squirrel form. so you know that he's up there and seemingly safe, as no one around has reacted.
He has reached the window, the roof. If we are going to make a distraction, now is the time.
Okay.
Do you think it would be wise if some of us would travel the same path he did down the barn and maybe come around the front? I will run down the center.
So what you're saying, I just want to be clear, you want me to tackle the cackling horn man?
Yes.
I'm in! Do I have to do it sneaky?
I would suggest you guys sneak down to the end of the corner.
I just want to hit something. I feel like I didn't even get to hit anything last week. Like someone else was just using me and I wasn't even really here. And it's just like some weird feeling, like, when you have a day and it doesn't feel real. So I just kind of want to hit something.
You don't remember all the fun we had.
Well, I remember you. That was a good joke. Where Killian's head blew up. That was really cool. I'll get you back for it.
What do you mean? That never happened.
Killian, as you continue to watch,
It
as
was
they
pretty
argue,
good,
the gnome says, Fine. And he looks back at the man standing behind him, and he says, Felgren, just deal with this. I can't take it anymore. I have other things to deal with. And if those meddlers come around, finish them, but leave JB for me. I have business with him, that traitor. And he kind of...
Who said this?
He snaps his fingers as a portal opens, and he steps through and disappears.
What? Everybody got portals.
I like that.
Alright, so we're sneaking?
Felgren he steps up, and he looks at the gnolls, and
At least I'll live through this. I'm just gonna walk right in.
he looks at the gnolls, and he says, So what are we doing?
Not gonna kill me.
Are we killing him? I'm happy to do it. Let's just get this over with. Obviously, your people have badly messed up. In deference to my lady, what would you have me do? And he kind of ignores the gnolls and goes right to the lady, and she's
the one that's hooded, right?
Yes.
On a staff.
Yes. Well, I appreciate your deference. It's noted, and it is appreciated. Perhaps if that little gnome ever finds an unhappy end, you can take his place. But I am not the one to make the decision. My lords, as she gestures towards the floating air creature.
So are we moving around the side of the barn?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as this conversation is going on, you guys are doing whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
I would have told Ali, just for a point of reference, Ali, as soon as you guys are in position, send me your message and let me know.
Are you staying back?
I will make something that will distract them.
All right. So we're going around the corner, and when we get there, I send it to you. Got it.
So this guy's just been going back and forth like this.
That is a large creature.
Yes, it is.
I'm nervous as all get out right now.
Is that a 15-foot cube?
You guys want to see it up
Perfect.
close?
Yeah, I do, please.
I don't know.
Whoa.
Holy cow.
But no,
Oh, it's
Oh,
me.
it's
It's
cute.
open.
Aw. You're
You're
not
crazy.
15-foot cube is what it takes up?
We must
Like
be
an actuality,
Yes.
or is that
Yes.
nice?
I've got animal friendship.
I was gonna say you have an animal friendship.
But nobody wants to be my friend, so it's very low stakes.
Can't you just make
Will
friends
you
with
be
whatever
my
makes you funny?
friend?
Does the elemental do anything when she says that?
So
Is that it?
the elemental kind of moves forward with its back to Captain Tooth
And me, right?
and you.
Okay.
And in this weird kind of wispy, hollow sounding voice, it just says, I cannot get me my artifact, woman. And with that, the armor kind of goes still and falls to the ground
Interesting.
Goodness gracious.
and
It's a good thing we did
goes
this
away.
and not just attacked.
You watch as the lady's face, which kind of is more visible because I had to look up at the creature. Says, those pompous pricks. She turns to the other 3 that are still there and says, well, perhaps we just kill him? And the Felgren says, well, we still would like to know the place, the island, so if you perhaps just give him to me, I will tear it out of him. The Gnoll says, well, I really don't care. As long as you, and she points to the woman, hold up your end of the bargain. We've taken the fort. Well, at least taken out the fort. And we will put the clan back together as we always have. These beasts are mindless. It's easy enough. And we will do your bidding. But the cure, you must supply it. All in due time. All in due time. But the artifact is the most important thing. For without it, I cannot secure my way to the old magics. And pan back to you guys. What are you doing?
Are we in position?
We're stretching in the back.
Are we in position like Morthos asked?
I rolled a 21 for stealth.
Oh,
Oh, are we
need
rolling
to roll
stealth?
that?
I would figure.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
24.
Okay. Morthos?
17.
Okay. So tell me where you guys are positioning yourselves.
I think we were going around the barn to the far corner.
I'm at the front corner.
The front corner.
Of what?
Like up here?
I mean, the front by the door.
Up here?
Well, no, the back side.
Up here.
Yep.
Yes, then we're all there, because that's what I meant as well.
The front is where the door is.
Here's the door, yep.
Always.
There is a knoll. I don't think you can see it, but there is a knoll right here.
Right.
Oh, no, I did not see
I'll
that.
move him back there.
The tree's got him a little
The
bit.
tree's in the way, but there's a knoll right there. Back to the door. You guys want to come up next to this cart over
Yeah.
here?
Yeah,
Basically huddle behind the cart, and then I'm going to
sounds good.
message Morthos, like he asked.
Okay, so
Yeah, everything's executed perfectly up to this point, and now we're done.
We're all dead.
so Killian, you are there looking through the window.
Yep.
Okay. You've observed all this go on. I presume you've gone in the same order as
I'll-
before.
Be in front of Rubius,
Oh, I was
actually.
going to go right to the end.
What did Rubius roll?
He has advantage.
It doesn't matter because you.
Everybody else
Okay.
passed.
Yeah, you passed.
I hope it's a natural.
An 8 and a 4.
I'm trying to get your natural 20s on that.
You're just charging them up, actually.
Yeah.
How tall is the barn?
It's about to the peak of the roof is about 3 stories,
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's a big barn.
So 30 feet.
ish.
Okay.
So you guys are all over here.
Yep. Minus Morthos,
Waiting
I
on the
guess.
signal.
Can I
Morthos, where are you?
I'm going to be literally at the opposite
okay.
corner of them.
Maybe 4.
Can I be a little bit more west?
JV's magic beans. It's the equivalent over there.
Like up there?
No, that's east. Other west.
You want to go around?
Yep.
Yeah, like right there.
Yep.
You'll be
Ooh, you might be
be-
seen.
Just going to try to confuse him.
I don't have whole lot of movement, so I need to be a little
And
bit
Morthos,
closer.
you're up here.
Yep.
Okay.
I message Morthos. We're in position.
As
And-
soon as
You hear that about the same time as the air creature kind of
That
disappears.
was
You hear from Oliver. You said to Oliver?
I said to Morthos,
Oh.
we're in position.
Okay.
I would also then point, because I'm definitely within 120 feet.
Yep.
I know he's in there somewhere. It doesn't say I have to pinpoint. I have to be in the right direction.
And so you hear Oliver's voice right around the time that the air elemental disappears, and
Wait in position.
they are arguing about killing him. The Zentarum guy says, I'm going to take him and beat the location of the island out of him.
Sounds good. Just quick recap. A Tooth is in there, about to get beat up. Noel over on the steps. He's got the swordy thing, and also Captain Tooth's sword. So whenever you're ready, I will try to get Tooth. If somebody wants to try to get the hilt from Mr. Noel, half Noel thingy over there. They do seem to be leaving. Maybe we can get them on the way out. I don't know.
There's a lot
So-
of messages.
So they have had this conversation. The lady finally says, well, I'll find you. As usual. Don't mess up again.
Classic
And
bad guy thing.
she snaps her fingers like the gnome did, and she too steps through a portal
like
and
it.
disappears.
More people disappearing.
With this, the knoll kind of turns and starts walking towards her brother as the large fighter begins walking towards the captain. Says, this is all misunderstanding. I have done and said everything that I know. You don't need to. As he winds up and just punches him as he spits blood and kind of sprays blood. That hurts so much. Ugh. Please, I have told you, as he punches him right in the solar plexus, knocks the air out of him, as he just gasps for air. What are you doing?
Well, as soon as he would have said that we were in position,
Yep.
Morthos, when he walked up to the corner, he actually cast Thermatology.
Thaumaturgy. Okay.
Thaumaturgy? However you say it.
I like it.
Yep.
Thermatology.
And as soon as he
That's
would
the
have said
third
he's
level
ready,
version.
he's going to run diagonally towards that middle tree.
Oh gosh.
This one here.
Yep. And as he's running, Sola will do her thing where she's going to rip out in front of him and run straight for that giant creature.
Oh gosh.
During this, Morthos is going to be screaming using his wonderful cantrip that allow his voice to be multiplied by 3 times and basically yell, "Give me the captain before you all die!" And she's going to run straight at him.
And so she appears and runs straight at him as the creature is in mid-stride, and it looks, and the knoll leader on its back sees the glowing form of Sola, a form that he has seen before, and immediately yells out in a language that you don't understand, "Buscar! Buscar!" As they...
Abyssal?
Well, hold on.
Yeah, no,
just
he
to-
does
I
understand.
speak
Oh.
Abyssal.
We had this planned out where the first noise he made,
They were all going to attack.
Okay.
I was going to
So-
throw a card.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is
Yep.
true. We did
So
talk
I'm
about
gonna
that.
I'm gonna allow that
Yep.
to happen in a surprise round. So I need everyone to roll initiative as I change the music.
Why do I
Is that, was it cocked or was that?
That is not cocked. I'm sorry, Austin.
I couldn't tell. That's fine. I'll take it. I'll take it. That's better than that.
Goodness
Bum,
gracious.
bum, 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 bum.
Last
bum.
time you did the Mission Impossible, it didn't go so well.
Okay.
Oh, can we just throw the button on it?
The button on it.
No, and then like it's pinned and it can't
No,
go.
it has to be willing.
Darn.
So JB, as you ready the cards you found in the Sanguine Cathedral, the deck of illusions that will, as you randomly select one and throw it forth, will randomly apparate a creature on the card. You prepare that to distract. We'll see what chance may bring, but I need everyone to give me their initiative. 21 to 25.
24.
Yes. 24 for Morthos. That's fitting.
21.
21 for Ray. Anyone else? 21, 25?
Oh boy.
Okay. 16 to 20.
16.
16 for June.
Okay, okay.
I don't like your face.
Rubius gets an 8.
Can't have plans.
Ollie?
Wait, did you add his initial?
4. Killian?
14.
That's new.
14.
How do you get
JB?
a 4? Isn't your initiative
6.
higher than that?
Nope, my
Okay.
initiative's a 3.
All right, so
You rolled a 1.
I
let's
did.
see. Enemies. Ooh, that's good.
Darn it, it's
I
always
need
in
to
front
see
of
what they
me.
do anyways before I make my move.
And bosses.
Those
Also good,
Oh, so good.
but not quite ahead of Ray. Okay, so Morthos, you rush out with your surprise action, and Sola stands at the kind of lower forearm of this massive creature, which is bent out in its arms. It sees her coming and begins to kind of rear back, but the knoll steadies it as the electricity crackles on its horns, and the knoll begins to cackle as he laughs.
Well done.
Yes. And what are you doing?
I'm attacking it.
Okay, go ahead and make you're attacking the large creature.
A large creature.
Okay.
17 and a 24.
Okay. The 17 does not hit. The 24 does hit.
So that would be 12.
12 damage. Okay.
Yep.
Yes, he did.
What's that?
No.
Okay. So so you rush up, and with your momentum, you kind of Sola jumps, and with a flying drop kick kind of impact into the joint, kind of the elbow area of the creature, and it buckles, and then immediately kind of you see as its muscles bulge with strength, it as the electricity begins to kind of crackle all around it and center in its jaw. That's your first attack.
The second one missed, you said. I
Oh yeah,
rolled
that
17
first and second
24.
attack. Yes, thank you. Ray, you're up.
Why are you cackling at me? And Ray's gonna enter into a rage.
Okay. So you are raging.
Yes, I am. For
No, she's
on a
wrong.
surprise around, if you pass by in a threatened radiance, are they able to take a attack
Still
at
opportunity attack.
you? Okay, so I will run closest to the one south, but I'm gonna pass him and keep going to the large guy. So only the south one should get a.
No, you can kind of go past it.
Oh, without
And-
getting an
yep,
opportunity.
yep.
Oh, okay, then I'll do that.
What's your speed?
45.
I don't know if you want to give up any for you right now.
I mean, I am 8 feet
Yeah.
tall.
You can just get up to it.
Perfect.
It is exactly 45 feet away.
Cool.
Beating him up and saying, "I've
And
changed
is that
my
considered
mind."
flanking or no?
It is not flanking,
Okay.
but
Alright.
you have advantage because it's a surprise round.
Did I have advantage too?
Oh yeah, you did.
Yes, you did. Go ahead and re-roll your.
I'm going to roll
So the 17 and 24, the 24 would have hit. Go ahead and roll your second.
an 18
18 does not
and a
hit.
14. Obviously, 18 doesn't hit either.
Oh, we're dead.
Nah,
Never gonna hit this
Good.
thing.
That's a high.
we're good.
24 for the first hit.
24 hits.
With
I got confidence in Ray here.
14.
14 damage. Okay, very good.
Second. 23.
23 hits.
Nice.
16.
16. So 30 points of damage.
Woo!
All
Take it
right.
out now, please.
As you bring your hammer down, the rage exploding out in a kind of this show of bluish whitish light as your ancestors flank you and begin to harass all of the creatures around you, and you slam it into in the top of its shoulder as you're up higher and able to get more force. Its arm kind of buckles under the attack, and you bring it around and smash it right in the face as the electricity from its mouth kind of is shoots through your hammer, and you just kind of shake it off as it does you no harm, used to the sort of static electricity of the storms like that, and it
Cool.
turns to you angrily as it looks back at Ray angrily and is unsure who it's going to attack.
I roar at it.
Very good. All right, June, you are up.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we're gonna die. I have 29 points of healing.
We're gonna run.
Good lord. How many feet is it from me to the snarling electric cackling thing?
It's 40 feet to the first knoll.
Okay.
60 feet to the large Rajang.
Rajang.
Okay.
It's a Monster Hunter creature. For you Monster Hunter fans out there.
I am
It's also
going
French for
to-
rage.
I'm gonna run
It
around.
is-
I'm running around. I'm going up to the knoll.
Yep. So June turns the corner. You see the knoll there.
Yep.
Go ahead
Quarterstaff to
and
the
make your
face.
attacks.
First one is an unnatural 20 to hit.
That hits.
And then second one will be a 10 to hit, so that one does not hit.
That does not hit.
Yeah.
You have advantage.
You have advantage.
Oh, that's right. Maybe it will hit.
So the first one hits. The second one
Yes! The second one is going to hit for sure.
roll twice because the first one was the first two
Yeah.
rolls.
So-
roll to see if you got a crit.
Nope.
Okay.
But it does hit though. Okay.
What was the second one?
Second one was a 24
All
to
right,
hit.
that does hit. Very good.
Awesome. We're gonna use these new dice.
So you rush up, brandishing your quarterstaff, and you watch as the knoll is kind of tensing up, ready to rush in to flank Ray. As you come behind it, and you swipe with your quarterstaff, buckling its knees. It kind of drops down to one knee. You come back around and just right down in the back of its head as the blood just goes through the front of its, pops out the mouth as you just totally brained the thing. How much damage did you do?
First one is 13 points of damage.
Okay.
Second one is
And those two at the base.
ooh, that is going to be 10 points of damage.
As it goes down and is completely unmoving.
Nice.
And how much feet of movement do I still have left?
So you moved 40 feet to get there?
Yeah, so I have 10, right?
Yep.
So can I move just so I'm inside that door of the barn?
To back up?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so you move back into the barn. Very good. As Killian, you are up, my friend.
Clear the way for you guys.
As you watch, you hear your friends engage. You watch immediately as the three of these, their attention snaps forward and off of Captain Tooth. This guy's actually up here next to him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Which guy?
I like this plan now. New plan.
Time out.
Audible.
I'm going to
Telepathy the big dude, trying to mimic the hag,
The big dude.
the one that's beating up Tooth,
So
the enforcer.
The enforcer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that the start of it?
no.
I've changed my mind. No, wait. That didn't start yet. That didn't start.
That's fine.
I will not have this foiled again. Go destroy everybody out there.
Okay. Roll a performance check.
Come on.
Come on, baby. I'm liking it.
Oh,
What is that?
it's a 16.
It's a 15.
15.
15.
Okay. Now roll a intimidation or persuasion, whichever tone you want to give it.
How about...
Don't mess it up again.
Come on.
The DC is lowered because your performance was good.
Oh, I like
Yes, it was.
It was acceptable.
It's like this.
Come on. Shiza.
9.
Did you have any advantages?
Are they so?
Oh!
Wait,
Okay.
are they surprised that she came back?
9.
Wait up.
Advantage.
I
think I do have an
I
advantage,
actually
actually.
think he does. How do we pull that up?
There's none that carry over.
I
so
forgot about that.
no one has any advantages.
Horse hockey.
Well,
It's-
just give me like. Can we
Yes,
give
I understand its rules,
a
but I want them to be
giveaway real
bent.
quick or what? We gotta give it. Pause in the action.
Someone in the chat help us.
More. Somebody knock something over technologically. Anybody? Bueller.
Well, what's the
We're
guy's
breaking up.
insight check?
Bueller.
What's his wisdom? -4?
No advantages. Bunch of zeros.
All
Wouldn't
right,
you not be
so-
surprised?
All right,
Having
nine.
not had advantage, you roll a 9.
Yep.
Hint, hint. If you want to help them out, go for it. 250 bits for advantage to a single player.
Retroactive
Or
too.
It's I think 500 bits for disadvantage to the DM. He kind of looks around and shakes his head,
Oh, well,
and he grabs.
advantage?
Might give
He
it to you.
he grabs
We got it.
Captain Tooth, and
it's on its way.
you didn't hear me.
let's try this again. He picks him up out of the chair, pulls the chair off of him, and begins dragging him towards the door.
Well, that's not what I wanted.
That's when you say, "You fool!
Is it right?
Can't you understand simple
I did
instructions?"
get it. I did get an advantage.
Though technically, he can't move yet because it's not his turn.
That's right.
That's the action that he would be taking
If he could move,
if he could move right now. So that is your action to do that. Do you have any bonus actions you care to use as a squirrel or your movement?
That's a squirrel.
I don't think I have a bonus action. I should mark this.
So I presume that advantage, thank you, Mike, went to Killian. Okay.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Too late. Too little. Too late.
Well, it hasn't moved yet, and well, you will come up again. Are you moving at all?
I would just make sure that I'm out of his eyesight if I can be.
Yeah. He
Okay. I just don't want to be.
Rubius steps out, and he surveys the situation, and he looks over at JB and he says, "Do you want me to make him go bye-bye?"
It's not my turn. I can't talk to him.
You can. You're next, so it's. I'll allow the.
Oh, it's bending the rules for me.
I know rules for you.
Well, because of the turn order.
I say, do what you can since you did nothing in the last fight.
He fell.
He takes his aim at the large creature and then moves it towards the smaller archer behind, and he takes 2 shots. Advantage. Another natural 1. Wow, I am rolling really poorly.
Ray gets
Advantage,
shot in the
though.
back.
I know.
You.
It
For
wasn't
you.
actually, and it's a 19, which ultimately hits. So that's the first one that hits. The second attack is that 23. That's much better. Also hits. So, please roll 2d10 plus 5. I'm sorry, 2d10 plus 10.
2d10 plus 10. How about a 24?
Okay, so he pulls his heavy crossbow out. He takes the shot as he pulls the bowstring back again as his magical ring replenishes the bolt. Another shot goes forth right into the heart and the forehead with precision. The knoll goes down.
Interesting.
He slings the heavy crossbow back across his back and pulls out the hand crossbow and steps up.
He gets 3 shots?
Yep.
Wow.
We could have 6.
And he aims for the large knoll atop the monster, and with his
Banish
hand
that one.
crossbow takes a shot.
Should banish that one.
Natural 20.
Thank you.
And so someone roll 2d6 plus 5, please.
17.
He did.
Oh, we have to roll?
14.
You're a jerk.
14.
14. Okay, very good.
You started writing, didn't you?
All right, so that is Rubius's turn. JB, you're up.
As JB examines the field of play, he sees what? 2 guys and a beast. Right?
He sees the Knoll leader on the back of the large beast, as well as 2 bodies now downed, and another Knoll at the foot of the stair.
All right. He's gonna move 30 feet across the front of the barn. Did you hear me? I'm
20,
gonna move
20
across,
feet. 20 feet across the barn.
30 feet across the barn.
Moonwalking.
Should be a spell.
And
That should be a spell.
well,
that
he's
lets
gonna
you go
be
over
against the
difficult
barn.
terrain.
Okay. So you kind of
Yeah.
stand
And then
atop the body of the dead Knoll that's there.
That's right. About 10 feet behind Sola. It's gonna launch this card.
Yes.
Okay,
Just
so
to
you
see if it can do anything.
so you throw the card
feel useless otherwise.
about here.
What was that wolf from?
Oh
How we
jeez.
just see what
Well, now we can.
Kobold appears with a fire coming out of his hand and a spear.
very intimidating.
And so you watch
Just one though.
you watch as JB pulls
Aren't they natural
a
enemies?
card and throws it forward, and there is this large puff of reddish purplish smoke, and it diminishes and diminishes further and diminishes further and diminishes further.
And
there
cackling
appears
kobold
there appears
with a tiny
large,
little flicker in his
tiny
hand.
kobold that is there as as it has a fiery hands and is preparing to
Kind of the
attack.
most useless one right now.
You just got the. All
right.
Oh wait, I didn't go yet.
Ollie, you are up.
I have no idea what's going on, so I turn the corner.
Okay. That's 20 feet of movement.
Yep.
Is he red?
And then
The kobold? Maybe this
I'm gonna.
Sure, it's a red-colored kobold. Why not?
Maybe this thing has bull vision.
I am going to
Unkable vision.
Bane
Bane, okay.
Ooh.
What are you baning? You can choose 3 creatures.
the 3 creatures
The
there.
kobold.
The 3, so you bane these 3.
Yep.
What's the range on your bane?
Whatever.
Break you.
30 feet.
Okay, none of them are within range.
Well, I still have 20 more feet of movement.
Okay.
Get me to where I mm-hmm.
30 feet is right here.
Well, that sucks. So I guess I'm not doing that. I guess I'm going to Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
I'm going to Dissonant Whisper the guy riding on top of the thing.
Okay.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save?
Mm-hmm.
Does he have a disadvantage?
I don't think I have any disadvantages.
Alright, if we did, we would use it.
All right, so I am rolling my wisdom save.
Yep.
That is a 3.
Nice.
Woo!
Okay.
So he fails.
You take 9 points of damage and on a failed save, you take 9 points of psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from me. It has to run.
So
Take
you
it.
watch as the leader immediately
cause
has a look of
opportunity attacks.
horror come over it. It releases the reins of the creature that it's on and jumps off
Would it do it on its turn though, or right away?
This reaction.
Yeah.
and
Immediately,
uses a reaction to run in the direction opposite you.
as far as it
Opportunity
can.
attack?
Yep, 30 feet.
Okay. Opportunity attacks.
Does it trip?
Sure. Go ahead, Ray.
Does it take it away if you
Sola,
It's a one-time thing.
given where you are in the front, I'm saying it'll be little, not quite close, but she's flanking it, so
13.
13 does not hit.
To everyone else on the map, it looks like it's running away from the kobold, right?
Sure.
Yes!
It
Yes, it does.
looks like it has been overcome with fear.
And it ran.
Kobold,
Fantastic.
So
the kobold inspired
Chew.
fear.
can I
Well, you're
retcon one
interpreting
thing
it
and
that
move
way.
him back to the corner? 20 feet back.
Yeah, because the range.
It has a.
Whispers.
It's a 60-foot range, so it should still be in range from there. If not, I'll move to where 60 is exactly.
Yep, that's good. 60 feet's right there.
Thank you.
Okay, very good. Back to Morthos now in the actual combat round. Surprise round is over.
Morthos will now run to the next tree, and he's going to still try to stay right behind it.
Here?
Yep.
Okay.
And he will tell Sola to flank with Ray.
Oh, thank you.
I'll put you there for vision. So Sola moves around, and she is more than how far?
30.
Yep.
Is she 30 or where's?
You went to flank her would be 35 feet.
Well, then Morthos will move 5 feet closer.
Okay. So now.
Yep. Sure.
Yep, you are flanking. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Come on. Punch well.
Ooh.
Rip its nose ring out.
It'd be a 27 for the first one.
27 hits.
Nice.
And a 27 for the second one.
Wow, they both hit.
How about I go to the right weapon? 8. 20 total damage.
Nice. So you have your echo rush around the side, flanking with this massive hulking creature, and you get up underneath to its exposed underbelly, and she just begins uppercutting and pounding it in the exposed ribs on the side. As Ray, you hear the crack of ribs coming from the other side as the glow from Morthos's echo kind of permeates the area. No. It is now your turn.
Crack, you cackling beast! Ooh, crit.
Nice.
Was that crit outside of the tray?
It was.
Okay.
Do you want me to reroll?
No, go. You're fine.
Okay.
You saw nothing.
25, 6, 7, 27.
27 total damage?
For my first attack. I rolled a 10, and then you double it, and then 5, and then 2, because I'm raging.
That math sounds good.
Yep.
Say it fast enough. 38.
Crit!
Yes!
Can you touch my dice? Just touch it, please.
Do you double that again, too?
So 24, 25, 26,
Holy
27,
cow.
28, 29, 30, 31!
She just did
So 31 and 24.
27.
So 31 and 27, so 58 total damage.
That is
Go down,
awesome.
go down, go down.
Man.
You will not be larger than me!
And so you hit it.
Fantasize.
You hit it again in the elbow, and you hear a as its entire tendon is just obliterated.
It's a barbarian baby.
Its arm just is kind of like
Literally,
hanging
she's a
there
barbarian baby.
as it falls down. It looks up at you as it no longer has a rider on its back, and you take an overhead smash to the top of its head, and you crack one of the horns off of it as it just crackles with electricity on the ground, and he kind of looks up at you with extreme anger and hatred in its eyes. Are you moving away?
No.
As it turns to you and it turns to you and it unleashes a torrent of electrical energy that explodes straight forward. It goes in a straight line and also happens to catch Rubius.
At disadvantage, though, because I used my ancestors.
This is a dexterity saving throw that you must make.
Okay.
Advantage.
That's okay, though, because Rube is pretty good at dex.
And our DM's pretty good at rolling ones. So
No,
let's see.
you just taunted him.
Right,
Am I rolling for
16.
Rube?
16, that passes. So you take 20 points of lightning damage, halved down to 10 because of your resistance.
Do I get also half down because I am raging?
You do not. Your rage only negates
Okay.
piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning.
Does a 24 hit?
24?
Yeah.
What are you?
I've Sentinel. He attacked something other than me.
Yes, it does hit. But let me complete the attack round. You rolled for Rubius?
10.
10. He fails. He takes 40 points of lightning damage.
Oh, but I don't know what his dex save is.
I have it right here.
Okay.
10 on the dice. Dex save is +5. That meets, so he passes.
Oh, good.
So he takes 20 points of lightning damage.
Jeez.
We're better than 40.
That's
Yeah, right.
significantly better. That wouldn't have downed him, but he would have been really close.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're almost done.
As he is able to just duck out of the way, and he catches kind of his upper half of his body is kind of overcome with the electricity and zapped, but he's able to kind of duck and ground it into the earth and not take the full blow. Your 24, what was your damage?
11.
11 points of damage as Sola again comes down and cracks on the rib cage as you hear more breaking of ribs behind it. It then follows up with you, Ray, and takes 2 massive swipes of its claws. The first is a 18.
Hit.
And the second is a 16.
Miss.
Okay, and so you take 10 points of slashing damage, halved to 5, as you watch as its entire body starts glowing with a golden light as it goes into a rage and stands on its hind legs as you watch as some of its wounds begin to close up.
Oh no.
Ray stands up a little bit taller.
And it is now on its hind legs, glowing golden light as the electricity cackles around it. Its left arm is just kind of hanging there, as it really was almost like a whip with its claw, and its horn broken off as it is channeling all of the electric fury it can for its next round. The rest of the enemies now go. He has to make another save. For the Dissonant Whispers?
Stunning strike.
No, does not say that.
Okay.
Don't save him.
The gnoll rushes to the window, sees what's going on, reaches back, it grabs the armor that was on the ground, and she says, if you're there, you could help now. And she kind of throws it forward and snaps her fingers as the air myrmidon appears in midair and kind of you watch as the wind kind of expands out from the armor, and it is twirling a giant kind of flail with a massive solid steel head of electrical energy and steel that is just kind of flailing there as it just floats down to the ground right next to Ray, though not directly next to you.
Okay.
And this guy kind of grabs Captain Tooth and begins dragging him towards the door.
Half speed.
He has at half speed because he is dragging. This guy rushes forth, surveys the situation.
Spots the kobold first.
Peeking behind the legs of the other thing as it stands.
And rushes towards this glowing amalgamation of Ray and takes a shot.
Sola.
And that is a natural 20.
Sola's gone.
As Sola disappears. And he looks around and
leave her
sees the
behind.
kobold and can only get up to the kobold, cannot make another, because that's the... He had to use a bonus action to make his attack.
Only thing they're good for. Distract.
This guy
Absolutely.
sees Ray.
Yep.
And takes his arrow shot against Ray.
Yep.
That is a 7.
Miss.
As you just kind of parry it away with your hammer.
I'm actually kind of like jumping up a little bit to meet the height of the guy
And
standing
as you
on
jump,
his
the arrow just kind of goes,
right under me,
right
yeah.
underneath you.
I'm
As
trying to be as tall as it.
She's just on her tiptoes.
this one rushes
she's
up
on
to
her tiptoes,
the
kinda
kobold as well, taking its spear, readying for the attack. It had to use a dash
I
action.
forgot there was one over there.
Yeah, I did too.
And I have to make another save with this one?
No.
No? It's just a one-time save with
It
this
doesn't.
one? So then on its turn, he turns back around, shaking off the dissonant whispers.
But still doubting himself.
Yeah, it doesn't say.
Okay, so he used his reaction to move. So there's no. It's just a one-time effect. It's not ongoing. Yeah.
I was hoping he'd hold on to the reins and it would keep moving.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of movement. Good lord.
He dashes up to Morthos and cannot
gonna do
attack,
it
but
now.
uses his full action and
I'm going
to rush right up next to Morthos. As June, you are now up.
All right, I'm going up to the beastie in the middle. I think that's 40 feet, but
Okay.
yeah, but I do have mobile, so it's not gonna give me.
Yep, you can get right up to the beast.
Yep, and we're gonna go right in with that quarterstaff.
No, there's no. Sure.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack. It is not an advantage because there is no one flanking.
Yep.
No, there's nobody there.
And the sword.
First one is a 9.
9 does not hit.
It's a natural 1. plus
So
2.
you rush up and
And a
you
foot.
punch it in its calf as it is standing on its hind legs, and you make solid contact, and it is pure muscle.
There's nothing there.
Okay, we're going again. Oh, thank God. Okay, that is gonna be a 25 to hit. For the
As
second.
you
and stunning strike it.
As you whirl around, you go for its Achilles, and you smash it right in the Achilles. As it goes for a stunning strike, I have to roll a Constitution save.
Constitution save DC 14.
Okay. Am I rolling with disadvantage?
We don't have.
Do I?
think we
do
have
we?
it. I don't
You
think
don't
we
have any?
No.
Stop trying to rub it in.
Yeah.
No disadvantages. So I roll a DC
Oh, yes, max the damage.
14. That is a 14.
Meets.
You star. Okay. That is at least 13 points of damage though that you took.
Okay. So 14 points of damage.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Indeed.
As you watch as your attack in this raging state that it is in seems to have less of an impact as it otherwise may have.
Can I bonus action unarmed strike? I have 2
Yes, you
and then
can.
bonus
Yep.
action. Yep.
Got to make your unarmed strike.
Dang it, that's an 11.
As you again go for the Achilles with a swipe of your palm, and you make solid contact, but in its raging form, it seems to be sloughing off these attacks.
How much feet of movement do I have left? Did I use up?
You used 40 feet to get there.
All right, we're gonna use 10 feet to back up.
Just back up.
Yeah.
Okay. It is now Killian's turn.
So the top of the. Can I run like? Is there another window on that floor? Like, I'm looking down on the loft.
So you're
right?
so think of it. You're kind of in a window that's in the peak.
Okay.
To go around, you would kind of be on the wall, and then you would have to come in through the window that the knoll is now looking through. Or the half knoll female is looking through.
Okay, and then how like? But the other, if I was gonna go alongside the wall, I could go on the roof and be on the other side of the house next to the steps, if I needed to be, if I wanted to be, right?
Yes, correct. You could come along, and the steps that you know are there on the other side. Oh, there's another knoll I forgot.
You didn't.
He
He's
he
asleep.
rushes forward, not seeing what's going on. He jumps down out of the loft, rushes forward to the steps, and falls down.
Yes.
Taking
And
damage.
He is prone at the bottom of the stairs.
He was distracted by the
Very
kobold.
nice of you.
Couldn't make it down.
That's
Kobold-
right. That's right.
Kobold got him.
So I look at telepathy. What is that guy again? What kind of creature is he? The enforcer.
The creature, the enforcer. I don't know what
the-
you're referring to.
The
He's
guy
a
taking tooth.
Humanoid.
Humanoid.
Yep. He looks
a large-
based off of your perception and wisdom, he looks to be a human.
Okay.
And so we have this going on, and as you think about what you're gonna do, we're gonna do our second giveaway now.
You got the shambling mound too.
Yep, we got the 3 new subscribers. Thank you again. And if you would like your opportunity to win the Orc, the Winter Fox, which is from the new set, Rime of the Frost Maiden, as well as the Shambling Mound that are there, type into the chat right now exclamation point, Rajang, R-A-J-A-N-G, exclamation point, Rajang, R-A-J-A-N-G, and we're going to give those away right now. And if you win, then we'll let you know in the chat, and then message us your... did we have someone win the dice, by the way?
We did Mike and Miss.
Oh, Mike and Miss, well done. And if you win, message us your address, and we will get those out to you at the end of the month, which is, well, hey, that's this week. We'll be sending out our stuff this week for all of the winners for this past month. So, exclamation point, Rajang, R-A-J-A-N-G. We're going to get those minis out. And I think if we get... I think it's like 23 more new subscriptions. We'll give away the Sorcerer Dragon tonight as well. So stick around in case we get some more subs, and we'll give away that sweet, sweet Sorcerer Dragon. Okay, Killian.
Yes. I telepathy.
Your friends are depending on you
Especially
to
right here.
secure the prize. What are you doing?
Yeah, don't mess up the battlefield more than it already is.
I telepathy the guy again, the humanoid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking in its head once more.
Well, I can't go over there and jump on top of the tooth, and because he's holding him now, right? Like that's how the cloak would work.
So the cloak requires you to be touching the individual, and it has to be willing to go with you.
But if he's touching somebody else, is it like
Doesn't
a chain?
matter.
Oh, okay.
You can only bring the willing creature through, so...
Yeah. So then I telepathy tooth.
Okay.
And I say, Mr. Captain Tooth, I'm here to rescue you. I will be a halfling here shortly. I'm going to take you away. Do not be alarmed. Come with me.
Do not be alarmed.
I am here to save you.
I am hearing voices in my head now. What the hell is going on? He kind of looks around the room as he's being dragged forth, and...
I'm going to move over to the other side of the roof.
So you're kind of moving this way?
Yeah, above the window. Yep.
Above the window?
Yep.
So, what's your...
I don't know what a squirrel speed is.
You can get to this side of the roof if you care to.
Yep, and that's how far down then? Is it 20 feet from there? Like down?
So technically you'd be out here because the overhang is like this. So you'd have, well, you could sneak underneath. We'll say you sneak underneath, and you're kind of in the crook.
Yeah.
The crook of the overhang.
Hanging by the
So
So yeah, you can do that with 30 feet of movement. You get like right there.
all right. And then what is my perception there of everything going?
You see, as you ran across the front, you see the entire battlefield ahead of you.
Yeah.
And you are kind of perched underneath of the overhang. That's, well, it's behind you, and but over you here. And you see the large fighter beginning to drag Tooth down the stairs. Okay. It is now Rubius's turn as he sees the large creature standing up and kind of raging. He also sees the newly emerged Air Myrmidon, which is going to totally mess Ray up.
No!
And he takes aim at the large creature, and he looks ahead at JB. He says, "Now?" Waiting for you to give him direction as to whether he should use any sort of banishing arrow.
I say no. I think we've got this.
Okay, he takes his large heavy crossbow out and takes 2 shots at the Rajang. And that is a 18 that misses,
He kills it. I'm gonna be so upset.
and
No.
a
he missed?
and a 16 that misses.
Oh, that's rough.
So that is a
You know what's even rougher?
a 7
Good thing
and
we
an 8.
didn't try to banish it.
He takes out his hand crossbow and takes 1 final shot.
Now try.
That's 25. That hits. 1d6 plus 5, please.
You want to...
I say now try on that one. I say now try on that one as he shoots that one.
Okay.
If he's shooting that thing.
A 1d6 plus what?
Plus 5.
10.
10. The magical arrow sinks into its flesh, unable to resist the magic, and he kind of is staggered for a second. And as he does, Rubius then looks at it and says, "Be gone." And as he does, he must make a charisma saving throw, I believe.
Roll super bad.
You have any disadvantages?
don't.
-3.
Okay,
We
well,
don't need it. We got this.
What is it, a charisma save?
charisma save.
Isn't he good at charisma?
The Rajang? It's a Rajang save.
No, he has no charisma.
That is a
45.
6.
Oh! That is way less than a 9.
That
As-
is a third.
Oh, I thought he was shooting the other thing. I didn't want that.
What'd you think it was?
I thought he was shooting the swinger thing.
Nope. Okay, here we are.
As the Rajang disappears from the field of play.
No, I did not want that to go.
No,
The thing that was charging up with its lightning to kill everybody.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Run.
It is. He will return on Killian's. No, I'm sorry. He returns at the end of his next turn.
You're gonna
So
die.
the end of his next turn, he comes back. JB, you're up.
Rubius always ruins fights. All right, I'm gonna move 10
Even
feet up.
when he's not here.
10 feet up.
Yeah, kind of diagonal to June.
Thank you.
No. Down one.
I'm assuming it's talking.
And up one more 5 feet. Basically next to June, actually.
Okay, so you're next to
I have no
June.
idea.
Very good.
Does he say hello to me?
And I will, as I understand the spell that I've never used, a 30-foot cone will hit every enemy except for the one with the flail, and miss everyone else.
So it'll hit
Out.
here.
Everyone except for the one in front of Morthos and the flail guy.
So you'll hit these 3 here.
No. I'm gonna hit the 2 next to the stairs and the 2 by the kobold. In fact, the kobold will be hit also. It's a 30-foot cone, so.
It originating from you though, right? So it ends at 30 feet. It's like a. This is. Hold on, let me. This is a 30-foot cone right here. So you can kind of emanate it that way. From you, it would.
From you.
You could get these 2 guys in, basically. This
hold
one and
on.
this one.
Maybe I misunderstand a 30-foot cone. It's supposed to go 5 foot out, then 15, then 25, then goes
Hence
like this.
cone
5,
shape.
then bigger, then bigger, then bigger, then bigger. Each all the way out to 30.
This is what the official 30-foot cone is.
I don't believe it.
It ends at.
Can we try an
feet across.
isosceles?
Yeah, 30 feet across.
Oh, so not 30 feet long.
So, well, it would be,
Oh.
it
So
would be
it's
30 feet long all the
it's
way
30
out.
feet. It's 30 feet in length, and it's 30 feet across, and then it's conical back.
Gotcha.
So you should be able to take out the other 2 then.
So you can
All right.
get.
Well, then I need to move forward further and hit.
Okay.
Hit all 3 of those guys, I guess.
Okay, so you move forward there. Now you. Well, you'd have to.
No, I don't want to hit Ray. I'm moving up.
Well, you
all
can
the way.
choose, right? How's that spell written? I can't remember.
No, I choose whether it pushes or pulls, but whoever is
But
in that.
it's anyone in there.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
So I'm moving further forward.
Okay.
More forward. More forward. That is the only way I'm gonna hit it.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's true.
I can move back one too.
It reappears
Right.
on
You're putting
top
your
of
back to the 2 knolls there.
Yeah, Ray looks real bad right now. So
Okay. So you would
they're
hit.
fighting the kobold. What do I have to worry about?
You would hit all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a Constitution save for each of them. As I just take my hands and slam them together in front of me as purple force just flows.
And is it push or pull?
It is going to be, push definitely
Okay.
into the building hopefully.
Okay. And so Constitution
Save.
save for the air myrmidon. Am I rolling with disadvantage?
We don't have one.
We don't
Stop
have
asking.
any.
I mean,
You
I'm just
jerk.
Just okay.
It's only
That is a
500
natural
bits.
20.
Minus?
Oh,
Fail.
did we say you didn't have disadvantage?
For the first null,
Wait, what? Does he have a minus Constitution?
I'll check.
-5 Constitution?
No, I doubt.
It's merman, Dad. Merman.
Down here. Where are you?
It's a minus 12, actually.
I thought it was minus 13.
It's amazing it's still walking.
Frankly.
Oh, it's not. It's floating.
With a natural.
Its con is actually plus 2. So he passes. The Knoll rolled a 6. He fails. The second Knoll rolls a 13.
Oh, wow.
So those two fail,
Yep.
and they take 26 damage.
And they both get... This one gets blasted back into the bushes, and his body is unmoving.
Is it a holly bush? They're sharp.
Yeah.
This one gets flung
piercing damage.
off of the
terrain.
ground, prone. He gets flung into the side of the building, and you hear a as his back is just broken around the building,
Ooh.
and he just is resting there in a
Messed up the new
completely.
paint job.
You know how you can?
Chiropractor.
Oh,
can,
no.
You know how you can move? You can bend forward because of the way a waist works. Imagine
back
that
is like that?
same sort of
Nice.
bend, except in reverse,
He's a backwards 90.
as he is a backwards 90 around.
He needs
he
a
might
chiropractor.
he might shake that off.
What is the damage?
Half.
If he stands, he'll
so
still
13.
be prone.
13.
Yeah.
Okay. And it is force damage, correct?
Yep.
That's so terrible.
Okay, so he takes that damage, does not move back, but kind of, you watch as the air within his swirling form is kind of pushed, but the armor stays still, and then the cloud kind of reemerges from the armor directly there, swirling as this large flail is kind of ominously being swung in motion, ready to come down on top of Ray. Ollie, you're up.
Well, no, wait. JB looks super tired, first of all, after exerting that force. But the kobold is mimicking the casting of a spell right now. And looking like he's about to throw a fireball right at the guy in front of Morthos.
So
Okay, so his hands are glowing with fire
Yeah.
as it looks at the knoll and it's kind of yelling at him as its little snout is baring its fangs, trying its best to be intimidating.
sounds like a pug.
Sounds like a Nerf gun winding up.
All right,
I'm up.
Ollie, what do we got?
Oh, man.
A whole heck of a lot. I'm going to.
Oh,
I love it when you do it.
is there any cat fur that happens? Didn't she teach me this spell?
She helped to unlock your memory.
Oh, okay.
She didn't she taught you web, but
Gotcha.
this one was more of an unlocking.
Gotcha.
Yep.
I was wondering if anyone smelled the faint smell of cat urine or anything.
Yeah.
That's the
I like
first
it.
thing I was-
Smells like catnip.
Am I allowed to vicious mock and then bonus action healing word? Are those two spells? Cantrip and a spell.
You can do that.
All right. I am going to viciously mock the merman.
Okay, what's your range on that guy?
60 feet.
Good.
Yep, he is within. What is my? I'm rolling a what?
Wisdom.
That is a 17.
It passes.
Okay,
Nothing happens to you.
and your healing
It's a
word.
cantrip.
I'm a healing word. Bart points at Ray, and with a second level, says, "Be healed."
Okay, and so roll your 2d4 plus 8.
Why can't 10? 10.
So you rolled 2 1s.
I did.
Wonderful.
I did the opposite of critting my healing.
So you feel the strength return to you as some of your wounds from the lightning blast all of them are completely healed over as you shrug off the bit of static crackle that remains, and you face the now.
My hair, by the way, is like
Yep, poofed out. You'll take
Yep.
care of that later. Morthos, you are up. You know that the creature will return in its raging form, and that Ray still has to go as you face the large Knoll leader that has taken one arrow but is bearing down upon you.
Morthos knows that that arrow, he returns at the end of his turn, right?
He does.
Okay. So Morthos is going to look at the one that's right in front of him and just smile as he brings his echo back right on the other side of him
Okay.
and just unleashes.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack.
I love more of those.
I know. And 20 attacks. Here we go.
It's like the
Ooh,
teacher leading
16?
the pre-K class.
16 does not hit.
Even
That's
with
so good.
advantage?
Yeah, the other one was a 15.
You suck, man.
Yeah.
You keep using that dice, man.
21.
Hits.
Okay, that's fine.
And that will be... Oh my gosh, I rolled a 1. 6.
6 damage.
And for the first time ever, Morthos will use his bonus action to second wind.
Okay. Roll your D12 and add your fighter level to it, which will be plus 5.
Plus 5. 13.
Okay, very good. So you watch as Sola appears, takes the first attack, and slams her fist into the armored backside, not doing much damage. She then kind of twirls around and comes with a sideways backhand to its ribs as you hear the crunch of bone underneath the blow, as you then kind of still yourself for a moment in the training that you've received, and you take your second wind and continue on moving forward. Ray, you are up.
It's wind! How can I punch wind? So she's actually gonna back up a little bit. So she's on the western side of the circle. Nope, other west. Yep.
Here?
Nope, other west.
This over here.
Yes. Yep.
Other west.
So the guy was facing Ray, so now she's gonna, when he reappears, she's gonna be behind him.
Okay.
But she's gonna use her little tiara and her power of thinking and
Okay.
shoot the guys at the elemental.
Nice.
Okay.
Good job.
So all
So
three.
she stays raging.
All three she does. All three of your. So roll your d20 plus 5 3 times.
20, unnatural.
Hits.
16,
Does not hit.
19.
Hits.
What is it? So
Roll
3d6.
4d6. Because each one is 2d6. You
I
hit
thought
him
it was
twice.
3d6. Okay.
Yep.
Now, heat does cause air to rise, so are we just gonna, like, sunny day this guy away from us?
12.
12 total on 4d6.
You don't know the
Yeah,
physics.
3,
Okay.
3, 2.
Okay.
There's
3, 3, 4, 2, I think.
Okay, very good. So you do 12 points of damage as one of the bolts hits it square in the armor and doesn't seem to make its way to the swirling center. The other two impact on the magical kind of essence of the air that's there as the flame kind of, for a moment, flares as it catches the extra bit of wind, and the air kind of flickers and then reemerges, holding the armor up as it takes 12 points of fire damage.
And you see Ray like this.
As Ray concentrates and unleashes the fury of her tiara. At that, the Rajang reemerges at the end of its turn,
Oh shit.
right next to Rubius and Ray.
I'll
It
say.
should be pretty confused of where Ray is.
I say, Rubius, what the hell?
As the knoll up top kind of surveys the situation,
Shit.
and she sees June,
Oh, no, she doesn't.
and she says, in a magical tone, "So, my dear,
Oh boy.
why don't you come and tell me what you're up to?" As you need to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Who said this?
The
I know
elemental.
nothing.
The
Jon
female
Snow.
the female knoll up top here in the
Oh, inside?
Ha! That's a 22. You get
As-
nothing.
as you look up at her and kind of shake it off. Flip her double birds.
I say, here's what I'm planning.
As she just kind of smiles and looks at you. Ah, feisty. How I like it. And this guy continues to pull him forward and then shoves the captain over the edge of the railing and jumps after.
That's as far as it gets.
So he disappears out of view behind the stairs.
Fine, that's less than 30 feet.
Are you still a squirrel?
Yes.
And
Which is good.
this guy looks at the kobold, kind of trying to entice it. He takes the large axe that he has and almost kind of unthinking just chops at it with one slice, confident that he will take it out. That is a 23 to hit. As the axe goes right through it, he kind of takes a second attack.
Yes, use all of your attacks.
That is a what are they?
Does it hit?
That's a 14.
Does it hit?
Well, once the first one went through it, it literally starts just...
Yeah, the second goes through it as he looks and kind of merda as he looks back and the image kind of fades as the other gnoll at the same time takes an attack against it, and it goes through. It also then disappears as it looks at the gnoll that is standing lower than it, but clearly kind of deferring, and then it looks down and spears its spear into the ground and picks up the card on the edge of the spear, looking at the card, which then kind of does in fact crumble to ash.
That was very nice of you, DM.
He looks over at you, JB, and steps up and takes his third attack against you. As he is flanking you with the Rajang, which has now appeared. He has advantage.
That was the goal.
I know, I'm sorry.
I succeeded.
And that is a 20 to hit.
Yeah,
You take 12 points of slashing damage.
I accept.
Okay?
No, thank you.
The Myrmidon looks around, sees June,
No, she doesn't.
and brings the flail come crashing down towards you. And with one strike, twirling it around, 2 strikes, twirling it around, 3 strikes, as it takes all 3 of its strikes against you.
Hold up. We have 2 disadvantages. Do we want to use any of them here?
On what?
The flail thing. is
Saving your
flashing
life.
blue.
Well, what are
That's
you?
good.
Have you even gotten hit yet, June?
What?
Last fight.
Plus, yeah.
What do you mean? I just mentally
I would say
scarred that
let's-
thing.
I'm okay with using one.
1 out of 2?
I mean,
out of
hey,
these one
I'm,
out of 2.
June is
We may
pragmatic.
need it
Okay.
briefly to actually accomplish
This
the
thing
mission.
is gonna... That thing is gonna, like, maul all of us. So, I think we should save it for that.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
We'll save one.
Yeah, we'll leave it up
use
to
one,
fate.
right? Use one for her.
Sure. Okay. Whatever.
Sure. You don't have to. It's fine.
Well, you're gonna probably
die.
die.
Yeah.
All right,
but-
first attack
Wait, are we using one or not?
is a 19.
That is.
Did
Okay.
we use it there?
Did
we?
Yeah, I mean,
I
let's
don't
use
know,
it on
did-
one of them.
did
let's
you?
Use it, yeah, let's use it on the first one.
Let's
Might as
use it
well.
on the
Okay.
first one.
So-
may as
I'm
well.
rolling with disadvantage now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Natural 1.
Oh,
The head falls off.
As
All
Your
other
armor
attacks
falls
are
off.
useless.
It hits itself.
Chain
I know it.
weapon
I will
falls off.
roll on my critical
Chain weapon
chart.
breaks.
It hits
one,
its armor off.
one.
And it goes
Chain
disappears.
breaks.
Roll an athletics check.
She likes to go of it, and it hits Rubius.
That's a 3.
Can
Oh
you,
my god.
Can you deflect it?
as
please.
as it uses its flail, it comes down, and June, you kind of do like a backflip and avoid it, and it was not expecting your nimbleness, and the flail
whatever it
goes
is.
flying out of its hand,
Nice.
and it lands kind of back behind you.
Oh man.
Pick it up.
It has no face. It's just kind of it's a helm that comes down, and you just see swirling wind and 2 kind of glowing yellow eyes as it looks up at the flail and holds out its hand.
Oh no!
And the flail
Can I reaction that? Does that work at all?
and it uses its second attack to recall the flail to it,
It's okay.
and then comes with its third attack against you. Am I rolling with disadvantage?
No.
No,
Okay.
she dies. She dies.
That is
You're damn
a
right.
23 to hit.
That freaking hits.
I now need you to roll a Constitution
You are
save.
shunted into the air
You are-
material plane.
You are banished for eternity.
That's 15.
15. As the thunderous boom resounds as it makes impact against you, you steel yourself and resist the stunning nature of this echo, which kind of just reverberates through your head. You do take a total of 26
I'm down.
bludgeoning and thunder damage.
I hit it though, so it's actually disadvantaged.
Oh.
Because I was raging and I hit it with my tiara. And she would be immune to whatever she hits it with. She would have resistance.
Resistant to it, at the very least.
Okay, I'll roll with.
I just remembered that. I'm so sorry,
I'll roll
guys.
with disadvantage.
I would have used my disadvantage.
One.
Wait, so then the first one we didn't have to use a disadvantage.
I know, that was
Well,
my fault.
That's alright.
We called
That
it
one
though.
stands. Just,
Yeah,
but
I called it.
I rolled even higher, so it. But you
But she
have
gets
resistance, so now you take 13 points of damage rather than 26.
You saved your
Keeps her
life.
up.
You're up.
Hey, remember your freaking character
I'm
quicker.
so sorry. No, I remembered. I forgot that I hit it. And I was even thinking, oh man, I wish I hit it.
Very good. So
don't
you
even have to hit it, you have to
saved
attack
June.
it.
As the thunderous echo reverberates, June, you see the flash of what looks to be a mature elder storm giant that holds a shield out in front of you and almost absorbs the thunderous blow as it looks at you and kind of nods with a smile as she is kind of fighting alongside of you, absorbing the impact of this thunderous boom. That's all my enemies.
Yeah, it is.
So
Finally.
June, you are up. As you barely make it out, as the flail is continuing to go, ready to come down upon you again.
Well, I hope it's gonna work. Like physical attacks.
Just use it.
Yeah. Quarterstaff in it. Just.
Okay,
that's
make
the
your
one.
attack. Let's see what you got, June.
Don't say it like that. Then that means it's not gonna go well. Oh, never mind. It did. So that is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
Okay.
Stunning strike.
Oh yeah, and stunning. Well,
Yes.
yeah. Okay.
Don't
Fine.
Sorry.
save it.
Didn't mean to yell that angrily at you.
You can get away.
Okay, you're
Yeah,
using
we're
your
gonna
stunning strike.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as you impart your chi into the creature, you immediately realize it is immune to stun.
That's fine. We now know that.
Yeah. Okay.
So that was your last chi point, I believe.
Oh, wait. And immunity still takes it.
Absolutely. And what was your damage?
Worth.
I knew it.
Totally worth.
Worth it. 8 points of damage on the first
Okay,
one.
very good. Your second attack
Yep.
Keep punching.
That is a 15.
does not hit, and your unarmed strike.
Yep. 17.
Does not hit.
Really?
So you come with your quarterstaff and smash
dead.
it directly in the chest as you watch its form shudder for a moment, and then you take another attack and you follow it up with an elbow, both just going through the windy form, which is just shifting and shimmering too quickly for you to find a beat on, as it is now Killian's turn.
I'm gonna.
Wait, can I, like,
Oh, you can move. You can take your movement.
yeah,
Yep.
can I get as far back from that thing as I can?
In which direction are you running?
Back towards Rubius, that's for sure.
So like all the way back? You have
Yeah.
you have your full movement speed.
Yeah.
You run back behind Oliver. Because of your mobility feat, it does not take an opportunity attack against you. And Killian, now you're up.
So I'm gonna crawl over to the banister. I seeing him jump over with the prize.
So you jump down to the banister? Here?
Yeah, like I'm gonna get on the top of the banister as a
Okay.
squirrel.
So you have 10 feet of movement left.
Yep.
As you are
They're
you're-
like what?
you're balancing on the banister, you look down and you see them directly below you.
Flying square.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna as I'm gonna jump off bonus action as I'm changing into my halfling self.
Yep, so it's your bonus action to drop your form.
Yep. I'm going to say, "Here we go, Tooth." Not in my voice, and
As the fighter looks up and Tooth looks up, at you as you come down.
And grab him and
You kind of land on his back
dimension door.
and roll an Arcana check.
Oh, goodness.
I'm really good at that.
Do you have an advantage?
I do have an
He
advantage.
does. And you're also yourself.
Are you going to use it? No.
No, I can't.
Are you going to use it?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Does he? You're going to use it?
Yeah.
All right.
Crit.
Oh, you and Ray are
You
carrying
needed a
us.
28, though. So
So 21 total.
Given the expert
Craftsmanship of JB.
Would
kind
have
of
just for
knit one pearl
16
too.
Would 16 have done it?
you don't
You
know.
don't know. Okay. I just would. I
with
wanted to
with
think.
the expert on the spot craftsmanship of JB, and with your high Arcana roll, you feel the magic of the cloak rush through you, and you watch as the smoke envelops you, and with eyes wide, Tooth kind of
Eyes wide shut.
looks up at you, and you feel the hesitation for a moment as he is determining whether to be willing or unwilling, and you disappear, and with a flash of light and the smell of brimstone all around you, you reappear 500 feet
And Cap.
back where I was
back
before
where you
I
were,
changed this
and
or further if I can.
and as you kind of gather your senses, Tooth is standing there with you, bound, looking at you.
you're on his back.
Well, this was quite interesting. Let's get the hell out of here. As he just begins running forward.
Yeah, he's bound, right?
His hands are bound, his legs are not.
Okay.
Okay, so Killian is officially
knock him
out of
out.
combat.
What's that?
So now you're gonna have to knock him out.
I know, right?
Rubius is up. He looks at the
Druid?
Air Myrmidon and the Rajang, and he takes his he looks at JB, says, who should I take out?
JB's just standing there with his tongue out as this beast appears right in front of him.
Yep.
He does not reply.
As you are flanked by two
He just
creatures.
looks at him with a weird face and then back at
You are flanked by two creatures. The Air Myrmidon is coming.
That's a slogan.
He doesn't
He-
have nice glutes, though. You see that? Really nice glutes.
It's shapely, quite shapely. He looks at
So
the.
much enthusiasm.
He looks at all of the creatures going on around. He moves his heavy crossbow to the half gnoll, half human behind you, and
Who
takes
has
a shot.
far less shapely glutes.
Takes a shot.
Rubius does not take direction.
That is a 22, and he says, "Be gone." Am I rolling with disadvantage?
No.
No.
Okay. That's a 10. He passes.
Rubius!
What a terrible build. Kill him.
But it does hit him. He takes damage.
Whose idea was that?
As the bolt sinks into his flesh, he takes a second attack.
Hit the big guy.
That is an 11. He misses.
thought was gonna
And then the hand crossbow against the Air Myrmidon is a natural 20. So I need 2d6 plus 5 and a 1d10 plus 5.
I'll do it since my dice are terrible.
10. For the
10?
2d6.
Okay, that was the
and
crit. Now 1d10 plus 5 against the Air Myrmidon.
12.
12. All right, very good. As he begins backing up towards June,
Hey, join the party.
and as you all are kind of rushing around the corner, it is now JB's turn. As you are flanked by this giant creature, which has now finished its power up and is kind of staggered
You better live, Ray. You better live.
and looks
Do my
down
best,
at
man.
is looking down at you, JB, as you are flanked by the knoll and
Thinking about
with
that.
Ray as in this mishmash all around. What are you doing, JB?
I am taking the dodge action.
Taking the dodge action.
I am.
Okay.
That is the best I got right now.
Okay.
Disengage and run.
I can't disengage from both of them, can I?
Yep. It's when you disengage, it's anyone who's within 5 feet of you.
Disengage.
Okay. And where are you? You have 30 feet of movement.
I'm gonna hide behind the tree behind Morthos as I scream. I'll say I'm getting out of here.
Okay, so you rush
Yep.
behind the tree.
Yep, right there.
You still have 5 feet of movement left if you care to go further.
Use it.
Oh, right behind Morthos then.
Meat shield.
Cowering.
Okay. It is now Ollie's turn.
All right. I rolled to see what I would do here. I'm going to point and quickly message in that general area and go. I forgot your character's name. Killian, Mr. Killian, did you do it? Did you do it? Did you do it? And
you
then,
get no response
Great.
as he is not in that general direction.
awesome.
That is your action.
It is. As a bonus action, I am going to.
He's a fighter, not a rogue. Scoob.
Can I inspire without seeing?
But even as a
No,
rogue,
you have
he
to
had,
see.
Like 22
Can I
of
healing word without seeing?
Nope. Have to see. Who are you trying to see?
Guys on the other side.
Yeah. Plus, they're outside of your dark vision anyway. They're more than
Right.
60 feet away.
Right. I'm gonna start beckoning that we back around the corner.
Okay, so you're just gonna move.
I'm gonna say we should probably start backing up and retreating.
So you say this to the 2 people around you,
Yes.
and
Yes.
you start backing up and retreating.
Yeah.
What's your movement?
I have 40 feet.
Are you moving your full foot movement?
I'm actually probably gonna do my feline agility.
Okay. So you can double your speed, take 80 feet of movement.
Yeah.
That takes you off of the map and out of
Oh,
combat.
no.
You and me.
I'm just getting to the other corner.
You and me.
Oh, okay.
You guys got it.
No
Woo!
running. Ray,
What?
no running away. We got this.
No one has told me to run away, and Ray is raging.
I
So
know,
Ray will
You
not
can get
run
to the
away
other corner?
unless
That's where I want, 'cause I wanna
somebody
change my
really
vantage
convinces
point.
her.
Okay.
Yep.
You
Just
see
throw
what's
a
going
dark
on
little
from there,
message that says, "Run away."
and it is now Morthos' turn.
So Morthos is going to pummel the guy that's right between him and
Okay,
Sola.
roll with advantage as JB is run behind you, and you know that Ray is still out there, cut off from all of you.
First one's
Where's
a 24,
24 hits.
and the second one
camera
doesn't
right in
hit.
front of me.
So it's only 9 damage.
Okay, 9 damage on the champion, or the leader, I'm sorry.
Yep. And then he's going to tell Sola to flank the beast with Ray.
Okay, so Sola flanks the beast with Ray as this guy sees the flash of light kind of rushing past him and takes his opportunity attack.
Yep.
And that is a
I'm gonna do.
that's 24 to hit
That'll hit.
as Ray disappears.
And Morthos chuckles and goes, "You fool." Puts her right back and sends her right back.
Okay. So his opportunity attack has been used, and Ray is there. Okay.
Nice move.
Ray, you are up.
All right.
Oh
I'm gonna hit
man.
the big guy.
Make your attack with advantage.
That's going to work better.
19 plus 8.
That hits.
All the damage.
12.
12. As your hammer comes down, you notice that it's not doing as much damage as it was before, as it seems to be resisting your non-magical attacks.
Well, I don't have magic, so.
Rubius ruined this whole fight.
Ooh. That's not gonna hit. 15.
15 does not hit.
Oy.
That was with advantage?
I was with advantage.
You
Yeah.
staying still?
Grapple that thing. Oh.
I'm not hold, man. Ray is going to. Oh, I'm gonna have an opportunity attack. When the lightning bolt hit before, how big was the cone? Did I estimate it to be?
The force push from JB?
No,
What
no.
lightning-
When he did the lightning attack.
Oh, the
like his
thunder
first
attack
round.
from his flail. It
no,
was.
not
No,
the flail, the main bad
crackling-
guy.
Oh, right. It was a line of energy that proceeded from its mouth that went through you and you didn't see behind you. This is different. He seems to be powering up a surge of electric
Gotcha.
that his whole body is glowing electric, and it looks like it's going to kind of unleash in a more of a radius.
Okay, yeah,
Yep.
Ray will back up.
Okay, where is Ray moving
Yep,
to?
to the carrot field.
So you're moving this way?
To the carrot
Okay.
field.
Here, how far?
Let's do 25.
25 feet of movement into the carrot field as it sees you and with its kind of busted arm swipes at you.
Yep.
That is a 7.
Miss.
No, I'm sorry.
Mm-mm. You already said it.
9. Still misses.
Miss. With a bonus action, can I pick up 2 carrots?
Shh. You look down and you see that this is in fact a carrot field. There are in fact small little baby carrots. None of them really full grown.
That's okay.
So you just reach your paw and you pull several kind of baby pubescent carrots.
Are there some purple carrots?
This is the only reason you came into this fight, isn't it?
Yep.
To get carrots.
All
Who
right.
has the ranch dressing?
Because he attacked Ray.
Yep.
I'd like to use Sentinel.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack.
27,
27 hits.
Dang.
12 damage.
Okay, as
Dead.
How's this thing not
the punch finds its mark, and again in the rib cage, the hand punches through the flesh this time as blood begins spilling out as it's being seared by the radiant energy, but it shrugs off the pain as it is just it is
Charging.
powering up. As it does so, it unleashes a torrent of lightning energy that emanates out from it as lightning strikes all around in a radius of 30 feet centered on
Did
it.
you hit it?
Yeah.
Oh, a diameter of 30 feet?
Yep.
Oh, good.
Yep. So the only one who's in it is Sola.
And Sola disappears,
Doesn't like her.
and it doesn't hit any of you because you all got out of the way.
Was that what it charged up for?
Yes.
Awesome.
As
Killed the only
It-
creature that can't be killed.
as it looks
Yep.
and turns to Ray,
Nice.
and with its remaining horn, begins charging towards you to gore you.
Goodbye.
Wait, so that radius didn't hit that one
Does the
enemy?
signal not work?
I would say I don't think he can do that, right?
Sentinel.
Because his movement speed 0 until his next turn. Isn't that what it says?
Well, so you made the attack on its reaction, and now this is its next turn. So the reaction was on her turn,
Trixie.
and so now it's its turn. And
Do any of the bad guys go down with
Yeah,
the
did they get hit
thunderous
by that thing?
charge?
they do not.
choose.
The air myrmidon just absorbs the lightning, taking no damage at all.
But the
good to
two
know.
gnolls were in it.
The other
The rest
two
of the
gnolls,
turn.
they somehow seemed to
So I don't know how that.
not be affected,
Just says for
as
the
it
rest of
is
the
able
turn.
to kind of determine who takes the damage. As it makes its attack on you, am I rolling with disadvantage?
Yep.
Do we want to roll with disadvantage here?
I don't think it matters, but yeah.
I
Yep.
think
It's
so.
gonna hit her.
Yeah. Not if we believe.
We're gonna
Okay.
save Ray.
Yeah.
All right, that is a disadvantage roll, a 15 and a 13. 13
No, not
plus,
Plus 5.
Plus probably,
No.
that's 20 to hit.
Yeah.
No.
So I need you to roll a strength saving throw.
Oh, that's good.
yet. Hey, what time of day is it? Like
It's nighttime,
Like
Nighttime.
what time of night?
like 11 o'clock at night.
Sure, it's not 12:01.
Yeah, are you sure about that?
It is not quite yet midnight.
Why?
I can reroll
9.
my- I can roll dice.
9 on your strength.
I wanted to.
Yeah.
You are raging, you have advantage on strength
Oh, I
saving
did-
throws.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Okay. 23.
Okay, you take 10 points of piercing damage because you overcame no, I'm sorry. You take 20 points of piercing damage, halved down to 10. You are not knocked prone because you resist the gore,
Nice.
and you are still on your feet.
Okay.
Would it Did you get half
Would it be
damage because
half?
she's raging?
Yeah. Would it be half?
No, the
because you're
damage-
and half
It was
because
20
she-
and then
It's to resist the being knocked prone or
Oh,
not.
okay.
Yep.
Fair.
The Air Myrmidon, these creatures all see Morthos, and they rush up to Morthos.
Oh boy. No 10
Thanks
foot
to you,
attacks.
none of them get flanking though.
Oh no.
Oh, maybe one.
Oh no.
It's all right.
It's like
That one's
18
gonna
attacks.
hit me.
Yeah, seriously.
They'll be fine. Just imagining.
The Air Myrmidon comes with his first strike against you.
He did take dodge though, didn't he?
No, he took
No.
disengage.
Oh, that's right.
His first strike against you
It's
is a natural 20.
As a reaction, I will do nothing.
So that is 16 points of lightning damage.
Oh, that's not bad.
I'll
take it. Oh, you crit with 16?
It's just doubled. It takes its second attack against you. That is a 26 to hit. You take 8 points of lightning damage, and its third attack against you is a
Come on.
18 to hit.
I can't even shield it.
No.
That's a hit.
So you take 8 more points of lightning damage.
Your AC's that low.
12.
And on the last strike, there is a thunderous boom that explodes out. As I need you to make a Constitution save.
I fail.
You take 18 points of thunder damage.
So is that?
So that is
That's 2 death saves.
That is 2 death saves.
Oh jeez.
Wow.
Wait, do we still have those good berries? We
Yeah.
got those,
Yes,
right?
you
You
do.
all have good berries.
has a good
You all have good berries.
Oh man.
I'll allow it.
Okay. Now, Morthos, the gnoll attacks you. That is a 17.
Jeepers.
Gnoll misses. The gnoll leader takes his
17 attacks.
2 attacks against you. That is a 14
Nope.
and a 17.
Nope.
And now the half gnoll boss takes his 3 attacks against you. That is a 16. That is a 20. Still doesn't hit. I'm rolling crap. I'm changing my dice.
He's having a good
No,
time here.
keep those.
That is a
good
25.
He just
25.
winks at him.
You take 12 points of slashing damage as they all are surrounding you. And the she walks down and kind of sees what's going on. He rushes around front, and you see them kind of conversing.
No, it's not.
It's okay. I'll be all right.
And it is now June's turn.
You do know
June,
the title of our.
you heard Oliver. You heard Oliver say.
Die.
I don't like that part. I
You
always
heard
just went
Oliver
loot
say
repeat.
to retreat. It is your turn.
Disappointed. Okay.
As long as Ray lives, it was
Yeah.
worth the sacrifice.
Absolutely.
So live.
What are you doing, June?
I'm getting there. If I move 5 feet to my left, am I in range of 30 feet range of the air Smilodon, Amadon thingy?
Smilodon.
Yeah.
Nope, you're not. It's out of range.
No. Okay. Okay, how many feet of movement is it to get in line of sight of it?
You have to get move ahead 10 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so you move ahead 10 feet. You can now see the air myrmidon ahead of you.
Yeah, I have that javelin,
Right, it is not yet recharged. It's not.
but
been a
I don't
day.
know that. I'm just gonna say Lenoth anyway as I throw it.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I'll
hurl
allow
it with
it.
all my strength at that
Okay, make your attack.
thing. Do I get advantage because of sadness? Natural 20! Yes!
Okay. It does not light up with the lightning damage, but you do get to roll your regular piercing damage from it. I believe it is magical.
Yes,
So
it is.
I think it has on the card what the damage is.
Oh, I don't have the card. It's a 1d6 plus 5 for me.
Yep. Go ahead.
Because of how it's grouped.
So does crit? Do I do that twice?
2d6 plus 5, or
2d6,
you can
okay.
roll 1d6 and just double it.
Okay.
Whatever you prefer.
Alright. So that's 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. Okay.
And then with the movement,
As
I have...
the javelin hits it and kind of sticks into the armor for a moment, and then falls to the ground as its swirling body doesn't hold the actual point of the spear. That was your first attack?
No. Yeah.
Do you have your hands of mercy?
Wait, so it fell?
I need a chi point for
To the
that, and I'm all
ground, yes.
out. Because I used my last one on a stunning strike, that
do
doesn't
you
matter.
have
You're not salty about that.
No, not
do
at
you
all.
have a
She doesn't even know I'm dead.
bead?
A
She
what?
has a good berry, yes.
You have a good
Oh,
berry.
good berry, yeah. That's
Do
a
you
good
have the
point.
ability to see through walls?
Or I
I
don't.
punch through walls. Can I hear me out now? I go in the barn. I know where he went down approximately.
You don't know he's down.
How do you know I went down?
Because I sensed it because of our bond. If I if I punch through the wall and then drop the good berry into his mouth, will this be an acceptable course of action?
You can certainly try.
That will not happen.
Definitely not.
That will definitely not happen. Yeah. Okay. So
You gotta roll a 47.
What do we got, June? You already took your action was to make your first attack.
yeah.
So you have one more attack, and then you have a bonus action. And you have
So
the
I
rest of your movement speed as well.
Right. So I would not be able to make the distance to JP and drop the good berry in his mouth.
What's
that
your
count
movement?
as an
What's your movement
That would be
speed?
an action.
Yeah. Okay. My movement speed is 50.
Yeah, you could get there, though you don't know he's down.
No metagaming.
All right. Okay. I'm going
Don't worry,
to.
I got this.
I'm gonna run back around the corner.
How far? Your full 40 feet?
No, about right there. Yep.
Okay. You make your attack, leave the spear, and continue on as Rubius looks what's going on.
Maybe he can kill him.
He watched as the giant creature rushed towards Ray,
Are there two more creatures? Like,
and he takes his 2 attacks at the Rajang. So attack number 1 is a 28 that hits. Attack number 2 is a natural 20.
Nice.
So someone roll 3d10 plus 10 as he eyes it up, takes the shot, pulls the bowstring back as his magical ring
30.
recouples the bolt, takes the shot. It hits it
rolled
right in the
30.
back of behind the ear, implanting into the back of its skull as he takes his hand crossbow out and doesn't see a target.
I need 250 though.
And okay,
30. I
30
did 30.
points of damage.
You said 3d10 plus 10, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna use it.
Yep.
Oh, Scooby finished it, so now you have it.
What happened?
JB has something.
Has advantage.
Yeah.
Do I have to use it?
I
No.
can use it obviously
As
whenever.
the Rajang Ray, all of a sudden you watch as the creature is as a bolt pops through the front of its skull, and it just
Yes.
crashes down in front of you.
Finally.
Poof. As these two both turn to look in the direction of Rubius, and they
Part of the game.
Rubius then darts forward.
You cannot disrespect them except their own money to help you.
Going around. It is now JB. Death save, please.
Now I have advantage.
Yes, you do. You have 2 death fails on you.
Should we vote for you?
If I have to use the advantage,
You have to use it during this game.
I passed.
Did you use your advantage?
I did.
Okay, so that is 1 success. JB avoids death.
Unfortunately.
He's emboldened by the
Oliver,
tear
you are up.
that was on the javelin when I threw it.
Okay. So in my vantage point, I've seen all of that kerfuffle.
You have.
Can you remove that tree so I can actually see?
Which tree?
The middle one.
That's actually what you see.
Several trees. You want this one
Coverage.
gone?
Yeah. You can put it back then. I just can't see what I'm looking
With
at.
my dying breath, I mold the earth so it falls
Okay.
down.
There you go.
Did you say what the guy behind the house did? I might have missed it.
He ran forward.
He's in the front now.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go in there. 5, 10, 15,
In
20,
there,
25,
into
30.
the
fray.
milieu of.
We got this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna run in there. I'm going to attack. Is that someone standing over JB right there?
There's 3 in front of Morthos and the Air Myrmidon standing over JB.
I'm gonna hit the Air Myrmidon.
Okay, so you're
Smiling.
rushing in.
Yep. It's 25 feet.
It's 30 feet.
Sure.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You get next to him.
Yep. Scimitar attack.
Make your attack.
17.
17 does not hit.
Okay. Wonderful. I'm going to back up
Okay.
10 feet. And I'm going to bonus action healing word JB.
Okay.
Yes.
So roll your 1d4 plus 8.
Yep.
Help him.
Healing snow.
And I'm going to say be healed for story purposes.
Be healed.
9.
Take another one.
Yeah.
9 points of healing to you. Okay. As Morthos, you're up, surrounded by several very angry gnolls.
He again puts Sola flanking with what looks like to be the leader of them.
Well, there looks to be a leader, and then there looks to be a half human, half gnoll that is very heavily armored. I love you. They're all very.
All right, the one that's directly in front of him then.
Okay, one you've hit a couple times
Yep, that
already.
one.
Okay, so you flank him.
Bless you.
Go ahead and make your attack.
That was a 21.
21 hits.
The first one. And that'll be at 11.
11 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
And 22 for the second one.
Hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
12.
12. So, as Sola appears behind the gnoll pack leader, she crawls up, kind of rushes up on its back, hits it one time in the face as the cheekbone is shattered under her blow. She grabs the head and
Oh, jeez.
snaps the neck as it goes down.
Yes.
There's one.
And he looks at the other two and goes, putting it on.
Okay?
Yeah, is he going?
Yeah. How many rounds has it been since I've gone? Can you track it all? They say is it 3 yet?
Well, this would be one round since you teleported.
Okay.
I mean,
Hour and a half tops.
if you were right here, so you would have gone one time.
Okay.
Okay? Did you want to do something on your turn?
Yeah, I would have caught Tooth,
Okay, so you rush up to Tooth.
change into a lion,
Okay.
snatched him up, and started running back. Like, snatched him up and put him in. I would have said, "Don't leave." No, I don't know. I've changed it. I would have just grabbed him. I would just stop him
So you just,
as a lion.
as a lion, kind of
snatch him,
grapple
and then,
him.
and then I would have
Yeah,
started-
as he sees your form emerge, he is grappled and stops running.
Okay, and then I would have. So if I did my math right, I would have been 300 feet.
A
off the
lion?
map.
Yeah,
Okay.
You're
roughly.
a lion?
Yeah.
No, he's telling the truth. But I'm.
None of you know this.
Can you
None of
talk to
yeah.
him?
This
Turn
was
into a lion.
I can't telepathy.
He's the
Yeah, you
cat
can.
lord.
okay. Ray, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna move. Sorry, guys. South toward. I should be like 5 feet away from the slightly greenish guy that Morthos is with. Bye.
You're moving into the battle.
Are there
Yep.
2 guys right there?
They're talking.
I think I
We
could
need-
probably
we
take
need your
them by myself. In all honesty,
What are you doing, Ray?
Need
I'm
everyone to get
moving
you out of
to
here.
the. I
Here?
should be. Can
So-
I make that with 45 feet?
Almost.
45.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so I'm gonna head over there.
Okay.
And then angry she can't reach it, she's gonna smash the ground and attack it.
I agree.
I can't hit him!
Okay, these two watch as you emerge.
She crits and a little pothole emerges next to her.
Not a little, a
I think
big
with
one.
8-foot
That
arms,
weapon's
you have a pretty
huge.
good reach.
You crit the ground?
I crit the ground. Yes, I did.
What a waste.
Okay, the half gnoll sees you emerge,
Oh,
kind of
that's a
watches
half
you
gnoll?
run by,
We gotta kill her.
Yeah.
and watches you hit the ground and says, "Come here, dear.
No.
Let's have a talk. Please roll a wisdom save."
You gotta do the double finger defense.
Wisdom.
Yep.
You got this.
10.
You were
Ooh.
charmed.
You are now on their team. See ya.
At least I'm not possessed.
Always Ray.
Wait, we have that the jelly bean.
That does nothing for you.
You have
That was
it.
against
You're
Draco.
raging, so you
have to
do
be
have it.
taking it.
You have advantage because you are raging.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, come
I
on.
thought that was only against strength. It's just every save I get.
While you're raging, I believe you have advantage against.
18.
Oh, being charmed. I do think it. I think that.
I think that's a thing. Let me
Okay.
check.
We could just keep going.
It
Yeah,
would be
we-
18.
Let me confirm.
I think that's the barbarian totem.
Yep, I gotta. Yeah.
I thought there was some. I thought there was something. To it.
Rage. You have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws when you make a
Yeah, just strength.
Why'd you have to point that?
reckless attack. Yes. Okay. So you are. Oh no, Dex when you can see it.
Yeah.
You are charmed.
Hopefully.
Okay.
He turns you on the bad guys.
This guy just kind of starts walking forward.
This is good. This is really good.
He looks back at the knoll and looks up at you, Ray, and sees
I blame Ruby.
the echo, takes a swing at the echo. And that is a 23.
That will.
Echo disappears. He continues forward towards you. Takes his 2 attacks against you.
Miss.
That is a 18
Misses.
and a 17.
Misses.
As you get your shield up and bat both of the attacks away. And the gnoll takes its attack against you. That is an 18.
Misses.
As the half gnoll takes its 3 attacks against you. That is a 14. Using different dice.
Nope.
That is a 24
That one will hit.
and a 19.
Only one. And this is the one with the heavy armor.
Yes. So this one you take 12 points of slashing damage.
And I will hellish rebuke it.
Hellish Rebuke.
That's
Yes.
the math I'm playing.
He rolls a dex save. That is a
even worth it.
14.
That will pass.
Okay.
So he'll take 11 fire damage.
Okay. As the fire emerges from his feet and the radiant energy comes down from the sky, it ignites his fur,
Sweet.
and he looks at you and just says, "Is that all you got?"
Not even close. Bring it.
I like it. As his mane just kind of burns. It is now June's turn.
Indeed, it is.
I just woke up from death.
Um.
But you would know.
Okay.
Oh, really?
So
Sweet.
What's that?
Nothing?
June is going to. We're gonna go.
Freedom.
I have 50 feet of movement. How much does that get me as if we were going back around the way I came?
So we got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
No, I'm sorry, the other way. Like the way I came around.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Gets you right next to the air myrmidon.
Okay. Could we possibly not get right next to that thing and still be in range of throwing something at it?
Sure.
Cool. Alright, so we're gonna do that. But wait. I'll tell you when to stop though, and then you tell me if that makes sense. when you move it. down.
Okay.
Sorry for the reach.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35,
Stop.
40. Okay.
Could hit it there.
Sure.
Okay,
It's
cool.
10 feet away from you.
Yep, indeed it is.
The
You're going to throw a dart
the
at it?
spear is on the ground.
I'm just gonna do whatever I can.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw a dart at it.
Go ahead and make your attack.
Now, June, quick question. You're going to do that anyway. Would you not be in flanking if you ran up on it?
Yeah, but then I would.
But then you have mobility, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
And then you could just run away.
Carry on.
Oh, no, she can't run away. She moved.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't have any more key points to use Step of the
No, I
Wind,
don't.
so
Understood.
it's 45 feet to get up there, and then you would have 5 feet of movement left, so you could move back 5 feet. You would end in the same spot, unless you're going to move 5 feet back from here, or 10 feet back from here. Whatever
So
your plan is.
All I'm getting at is you're screwed if it comes at you either way.
yeah.
So you may want to potentially try to do more damage against it. And also have advantage while attacking. But again, you do what you want to do.
Well, okay. And the flanking would be ideal then. Can we still do that?
Tell me what you want to do.
I'm gonna flank it.
Okay? So, you flank it with Morthos.
Yep.
Go ahead, you have 3 attacks you can make.
Yep. All right. First one, quarterstaff.
Yep.
With advantage.
Yeah. Well, so first one is
Roll
just
again.
gonna be a 21, but
Roll again. Yeah,
I
see
know
if
we're
you
gonna see
crit.
if we no, but it still hits.
Good.
21 hits.
Yep.
You notice your attacks are not as effective, but still doing damage. So go ahead and make your damage.
Ooh. Okay. So that's gonna be 10 points of damage for the first one.
Okay. Second attack.
Roll 2 d20s. At the same time.
Oh yeah, I do have 2. The second one is a 22 to hit.
Nice.
That hits.
Nice.
Uppercut its head off.
I'm
Its misty
trying. I
head.
hate it. 9 points of damage.
Okay.
That one.
And your third attack. This is now your unarmed strike.
Yep.
Nice.
And that one is gonna hit as well.
Okay. What was the roll? Above 20, I presume.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait, no.
And so roll your d6 plus your 5.
6 points.
6 points of damage. Okay, so you come in with your quarterstaff. Whack! Whack! And then finally followed up with kind of a roundhouse spinning kick as you kick up through its form, connecting with some of the swirling matter as you kind of land back on your feet. It is taking damage, but it's shrugging off the main blunt of your blows. You have 5 feet of movement left.
I'm still flanking it, right?
You are. Okay. Rubius is up. He looks around. He's like, I thought we were running away. And he... He takes his full movement and his dash to get to the corner, and he prepares to provide cover. Killian, you're up.
I'm gonna speak to Tooth and say, listen, my friends are back there, and we could use your help, and we're gonna need all the help we can get to get you to safety. But I need you to either come willingly on my back and help fight, or I'm gonna start taking you back that in my mouth.
In my mouth.
I would prefer to get out of here if we could, yes. Take me away. In your mouth.
No. We're going back there either way to help my friends.
Oh, no, I will. I can't. You have rescued me. Thank you. This is great. I go.
I growl at him to try to intimidate
Roll an
him.
intimidation check.
A lion's intimidation bonus is about 27. So,
JP's
Sounds right.
10.
Listen, little halfling man who turns into big cat. I
attack him.
Okay, roll your attack.
Interesting.
love it.
It's a warning bet, you know?
Oh, like that hiker that
what'd
was
you
getting
roll?
stalked
A
by the
2.
puma.
The 2.
Yeah, it's not gonna hit.
You kind of You bat him, not actually putting your claws out, and he's like, whoa. Okay, I understand. My answer remains. I will not go willingly back that way.
All right, I grab him in my mouth and start.
Okay, you move at half speed as he, roll a strength check to grapple him.
Is that off of the lion
It's off
or
the
yours?
line, right?
Yep.
Line?
Hmm?
14.
12. So you have him grappled, and you can move half of your line speed.
So it's 50 feet, half down to 25.
So you
Which
move
is like
25
your
feet.
normal movement
Yeah.
as a halfling.
Okay, so you move 25 feet.
300 feet away.
I know, right?
It'll take
But if I can use my regular feet and dash, it'd be
12 rounds.
JB, you are up.
Literally.
All right. I will. As I'm on the ground looking around, waking up. Are there any objects on the ground that look throwable?
My javelin, I did throw that. I don't know where that landed.
It is right next to you, the javelin.
I can't. I guess I can do that. The one that's I can basically see on the ground, my head, it's parallel to me. I realize that this wind guy is probably not the best to throw something at, so I'm going to launch the javelin at that guy.
So at this guy here.
Yeah.
A capital.
So you stand up.
Oh, I don't need to stand up.
Well, and
I'm
you
gonna
make,
stand up after. I'm
you
just
make-
gonna go like this.
you make the attack with disadvantage.
It's not attack. You make a dex save, so it doesn't matter.
That's if you're using the magical property. It is not activated. It's once per day.
I'm using catapult. Sorry, I didn't say it.
Oh, so you're
I'm not throwing anything. I'm a wizard.
so you're catapulting the spear at the knoll. Got it.
Yeah.
So
Should've
you
said it.
So you kind of see the spear. You look around and
That's right. Yeah.
and I make a dex
And
save.
I'm still on the ground when I do this.
That is a 15.
Fail.
Yes! Woo! Oh, I knew throwing that was a good idea.
Shish kebab 'em.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
4d8.
Nice.
See, I have a plan. It's just hard to follow. But it's there.
Oh my
Nobody
goodness.
knows it but you do.
No, exactly.
15.
And it's unfolding for
The
me.
spear gouges into its gut, pointing out the other side as it coughs up blood and looks past Morthos towards you, still on its feet, but with the spear stuck through it.
And I stand up after I launch it,
Yep.
and I look at it and try to look menacing.
Okay, you look menacing. Ollie, you are up.
Okay. So is that one dead?
It is not.
I am going to get into flanking with Morthos.
Thought I could kill
Oh yeah.
Morthos is here.
You
Yeah.
can flank
Where are you
any one
trying to
of
get?
three. Any
I'm
one.
gonna flank one of the bad guys.
my dice. roll.
So you can try to
How
get.
about the one that was just hit with the spear?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
get here and flank.
Brilliant.
So that's 20 feet of movement
Sure.
to get there.
Yep.
Okay.
Gonna attack.
Go ahead and make your attack with advantage.
First roll 21.
It hits. Roll your damage.
Second roll just to see. Didn't hit. It is 4
That doesn't hit.
damage.
4 damage
four
total.
damage.
Okay, still on his feet as
And-
you slash
and-
through his backside.
And
Crit.
I am going to blade flourish.
Okay.
I'm going to do slashing.
Okay.
And is any other bad guy within 5 feet of me?
No.
Can I move and do that?
If you move up 5, you can.
If you move up, then you would not be flanking. So you said you wanted to flank, so you're
Right.
not within 5 feet of anybody.
Right. No, I did. The first one hit, the second one failed. That's breaking it. So,
Oh, hey. Beat a fireball.
Someone gave you guys a fireball.
Oh boy.
Oh my.
Everybody run!
Jeez.
Everyone run.
So then I'm gonna do the
Hit the person
drop
that's
it on
charming me, please.
Yeah. I'm still gonna do the
Oh yeah, I
slashing
forgot that was
flourish
happening.
and add a D8 to this,
Nice.
Okay, roll your d8.
and that equals. That's another 4 damage.
So as you slash across with your regular scimitar, you take out the ivory crest and you slash back through, and with that flourish, his spinal cord is severed and he just falls down, dead.
Do I see the onyx blade on that gentleman?
You do not.
Okay. I don't know how that just happened. I don't see it.
Roll a perception check.
Oh, it's scabbarded. It's scabarded.
Unnatural 20.
You see a cylindrical hilt hanging from its belt, and it has a very large axe, but you see nothing further.
Okay. And I am going to back myself up 15 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, in line with that tree, basically.
Okay. Okay. At the top of the round,
Oh, Lord.
You can do it more, though.
We've been hitting them.
We almost got this. There was no need to panic.
What?
That's a good
What?
from the guy that gifted the fireball. Who? Look at me. I'm the captain now.
That's wonderful.
from atop the roof of the barn, you all hear a voice shout out that is familiar to you. It's... This one says, "Get the hell out of there, you idiots!" And a flash of fire emerges that cuts through Ray.
Like,
Ray,
physically or like
Ray, roll a dex
path-wise?
save.
Oh no.
Advantage.
21.
Okay. You make the save. You take damage. Make a wisdom save.
Oh, not
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Poor Morthos.
a 6.
Well, you're
No, you-
immune.
Going up
You
like
have
this.
advantage on the wisdom save
Why do I have advantage now?
because you are taking.
Damage. It's to be uncharmed, I think.
Yep. Go ahead.
3.
Okay, so you are still charmed in the middle of the flame. So you take 15 points of fire damage.
I'm raging, so would it be halved?
No.
Okay, I'm down.
Okay, Ray goes down
In the fire?
in the fire.
This is really good.
Good news is none of you are large.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
This is really, really good.
Hold on.
Retcon.
Because she passed her dex
No,
save.
because she is. I have to make a save here.
Oh yeah, because she came down.
So before you do that, I need to determine if she maintains her concentration.
Disadvantage. Do we have any?
Nope.
So she fails the dex save, so she takes 30 points of fire damage.
Wow.
So she has to beat a 15 to maintain her concentration.
Wait, so the cat lady's watching us?
All
Is that
the
what's
time.
happening right
This
now?
whole time, apparently.
Gotcha. It
What
didn't
a-
intervene until
She didn't care that I was dying.
Oliver got a little
You don't
too
know when
close.
she arrived. Do I have any disadvantages?
We
No.
do
We don't
not.
have
Okay,
any
I am
other-
rolling
Fireball.
for concentration.
We have a fireball though.
That is, of course.
She succeeds.
No, I rolled a 7 plus 4 is 11. She fails.
Oh, so
So concentration is dropped.
That's nice.
Oh, thank
So you are
I'm like weak.
Not sure.
not charmed.
okay.
You you made the dex save, so that was half damage. So that was 15 fire damage. You still take that.
I'm down.
So you're still down, but you are in the fire, no longer charmed. And it is now Morthos' turn as this fire erupts around you. And technically, these two guys are in the fire here, and the Air Myrmidon is in the fire as well.
Oh.
So they all took
100 points of fire damage.
The Knoll guy jumps backwards, as does the Air Myrmidon. The other guy is in the fire being burned.
Well, if the Air Myrmidon jumps back,
right.
I would have used my reaction on him.
It's thematic. It's avoiding the fire.
Which is it the half null guy that's there?
The Zentarum fighter is in the fire.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So
I think
he
for
is
thematics. I should have held him in the fire.
mechanically, that's how it works.
Okay. So we have Ray.
Goodbye, June.
Ray's down in the fire.
See ya.
So
June's on the
they
other
all got pushed away from me then.
Yes. Well, 2 of the 3 did. 1 is still next to you in the fire.
Which one is next to me? Because I don't.
He
I
doesn't
get
see
it.
him. The Zentarum fighter who ran up.
So that one's still technically next to me?
Yes.
Well, then Sola will flank him
Okay. So
with me,
Sola flanks him.
and I will still take my attack against
Go ahead
him.
and make your attacks
Yeah,
with
we need-
advantage.
we need these people's loot. We're not leaving this fight.
Oh, I'm not leaving. 22 for
Screw
the
this
first
cat
one.
lady. This
Next
isn't real
round
life.
will be a TPK. Just
Will
FYI.
be 10
Well, I'm not there, so it won't be.
What?
Round.
damage.
TPK.
10 damage. Okay.
Yep.
You hit the.
Yeah.
You hit the. In the flame, you resist the fire that is licking around you because of your fire
Oh,
resistance.
Sola's doing this damage.
Oh, okay. Yep. Okay, so Sola's
She's
making the attack.
Or
Yep.
she's immune to
So
all.
she
can
she
heal
punches him in the back. Yep.
For 10. And then crits on the next one.
Yes, we're going to.
Crit on the next one. Okay.
What's
Don't
the-
even
Roll your
worry about
damage.
it. If you can't get it, you can't get it.
So 15.
15. Okay. As you bludgeon him in the back as he is burning in the flame. You see that he's certainly uncomfortable. You're hitting him, but he's pretty hardy.
Then I will. Yes.
And it is now
I didn't.
Ray.
understand
Any
that.
death save from you?
Fail.
Okay. The fire burns you as well. That's 2 fails for you, Ray.
Oh, I don't think I realized she was in the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have saved her.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I told you twice. It is now.
I love it.
It is now the Knoll's turn. He, stepping back from the fire, looks over at June,
Of course he
This
does.
time we get no loot.
rolls up to June, and
Only
takes
dying.
his 3 attacks. Attack
Okay.
number 1 is an 11.
Doesn't hit.
Attack number 2 is a natural 20. Attack number 3 is an 11. So you take.
Is that the wind guy?
No, this is.
of
You
the
take 24 points of slashing
I'm
damage.
so down.
Okay.
Whoa.
I'm ding dong diddly down.
We're gonna lose half the party.
What about the wind guy? Is he next to me still?
All right.
Boy.
And
Just
No.
back because of the fire.
Rubius sees what's going on.
Kind of in the fire. Hope he burns up.
Did he hear the lady say run?
Oh, yeah.
Run, Rube, run.
He runs up to Ray, and he
This is the best fight ever.
he pops a good berry into your mouth,
Yeah.
Around the fire.
and he takes a step back, and he says, "You've heard the lady. Get out of here!" And he's popped in your mouth. He knows you're up, and he tells you to run. It is now, Killian.
Yeah, that's fine.
You watch as Captain Tooth kind of apparates a onyx blade in his hand and
Oh, he's got it.
slashes his bindings,
So he's a hex blade.
and puts it away and says, "Look, you don't have to do this, okay? I'm not going anywhere. I just don't want to go back there, right? This is not that big of a deal."
Don't try anything sneaky. I am alive right now. I'll bite you in my mouth, bite your head off. But I would like to at least go get a little closer to search for my friends.
Cannot promise I won't run if you leave me alone.
Oh, well, you're coming with me.
Oh, no, I'm not going that way. So he resists you if you keep trying to drag him.
Stay with him.
Well, then we'll stay right here.
He's willing to stay with you.
All right.
Okay. JB, you are up.
Gene might die.
Yeah.
Do I see Ray waking up inside the fire, laying on the ground in the fire?
You do.
No, can't.
I'm gonna go over there,
It's all good, man.
pull her out of the fire,
I might be able to see her.
and move as. I mean, I guess I.
So you can move. You can, with your full movement, you can drag her out, and you get right there.
Who we got? Ray?
So she is out of the
I got Ray
fire.
out of the fire.
Dash. Run.
But his action was to
my
pull you out.
To save you again in this fight.
Okay, Ollie, you're up. As the fire has exploded in front of them.
Yep. He covers his eyes. When I rolled that perception for that cylindrical hilt, was it on the guy I killed or was it on the big guy?
He was on the big guy.
I thought so. Okay. Can I see June at all through this fire?
Roll a perception check.
Oh boy. June is practical. She understands.
Unnatural 20.
You do see her through the licking of the flames. Just FYI, the way that I worked the fireball was to
that's
do
the fireball?
do the wall of fire.
Gotcha.
So I turned the fireball into a wall of fire to prevent you from all being killed.
Right.
Thank you again, Mike, for saving the party.
So plus 12, be healed, and I turn and start running, saying, "You heard Katja, let's go."
Okay, so what is your
12 to her.
12 points of healing to June?
You're alive. For now.
Okay. And you're rushing backwards?
She told us to run. I'm going to run.
Okay. So you are off the map.
Morthos. Pick me and Ray up.
It is at the...
JB, I'm gonna pick you up and run.
I might go down again.
You don't have any. You gotta stand up.
There is another
And then have
incantation,
Steve
the
with me.
voice from a top
Rubius.
that says kind of some magical words. Sufakel! And you watch June as the knoll standing over you is looming and
Time stop.
and he is paused. The air myrmidon has its flail as it's still able to make its attack. Morthos, you are up.
Crap. You've seen this before, Morthos. In the dragon fight. In the dungeon. What did you choose to do that time?
What I vowed never to do again.
Yeah. Jump
So-
through the fire.
He will tell Sola to go to where whatever the thing that looks like it's about to hit June.
Okay, so he Sola appears in front of the air myrmidon, kind of hovering over June's downed body.
And will take both attacks against it.
Go ahead and make your attacks.
27 for the first one,
That hits.
with a 12 damage.
Okay,
And an unnatural 20 for the second one.
also hits.
It's a tough fight.
And that'll be 9.
9.
He can. If we had
Okay,
Chilean, he might
so-
have been a-
Bah! Both smashing her fists into the air, kind of wispy form of the air myrmidon as the fire licks all around. It takes the blows, its form shudders, but remains held together.
He will move 30 feet away from Sola, south, but within 30 feet.
Yep. That's 30 feet. Okay. And Ray is up. You feel the life return to you as your body is not being burned by the flames, as the life-giving essence of the good berry flows into you. You are badly hurt. You are badly burned. Your rage is ended. You are not charmed. It's half of your movement speed to stand up.
Yep.
And you heard Oliver yell to run.
Yes. Would it be an action or a bonus action to pick up JB?
It would be your action to grapple him, and then you would move at half speed.
Which you already went half speed.
No, because I was going to take the action to dash.
Then you can't pick me up.
That's why I was asking. Yeah. Come on, guys! And she's going to get in line with Morthos. A little bit farther.
What's your movement speed?
45 and a half would be what, 25?
Okay, so you can get there. Very good.
Guys.
This
She's also going to take the dash action, actually.
dash action. Okay, so then you move off the map.
Yeah.
Okay. Rushing backwards. The Air Myrmidon takes a swing at Sola.
Oh, good.
Am I rolling with disadvantage?
It's not June.
I don't think we have any.
We don't have
Okay.
any.
Just asking.
Crit?
No. I rolled a 7 again.
Nice.
That would
So that
fail.
is 14.
That fails.
Second attack. Natural 20.
Jeez.
That one will pass.
As
But that was
She-
on Sola, right?
as she
Yeah.
disappears.
Not June.
Okay. And
June, you have help, right?
Yeah.
12.
she rushes up to June, taking an advantaged attack on June for his third strike.
There it is.
How many death saves yet?
She's at
Well,
12.
I'm up
She's
right
fine
now.
right now.
What?
That's 18 to hit.
That meets.
You take 8 points of
okay.
bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
You're still there.
As Elton John said, you're still standing.
I'm still standing.
Metaphorically.
The other one's stunned. This guy looks around and
Is that tree on fire?
Yeah, I feel like
it is on fire.
How about the barn?
Not yet, but
Okay.
it soon will be.
Ray, I
Crap. Poor Sally. She just lost the homestead again.
You can try to put it out.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
The Noel looks around, kind of holding her action as she is concentrating on something. And the other guy kind of looks back at her and looks forward, sees the Air Myrmidon hammering June on the ground,
Yeah.
looks through and through the fire and flame,
It's a good song.
What's a good song?
and just also is holding an action as he doesn't care to go through it. June, it's your turn.
I am dashing as soon as I get up. Wait, no, I'm standing already.
So you
No, did
stand
I
up. That's half of
Yes.
your movement speed.
Yeah.
Yep.
You are currently engaged with the Air Myrmidon.
You have
Yeah.
So you take your disengage action,
Yeah.
and then you can move
to.
Far away.
half of your speed, which is 20 feet.
She can't use mobility.
25.
20, 25.
You
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
So
has to
either
be
way,
melee
she's
attack.
using an action.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, that's as far as I get.
And she's not a rogue. All right.
Yep. So that's as far as
No.
you get.
That damn key point.
It might save you though. It might save
It
you.
might save you, but it also might kill you.
Well, I mean,
Rubius rushes off the map, and it is now Killian. I assume you're staying still.
Yeah,
And
not knowing
so-
what's going on.
Yep. JB, you're up.
Oh, I'm gonna move off the map.
Okay.
Bye,
You
JB.
dash off the map.
Uh-huh.
What does he
Okay.
run like?
It is Ollie's turn.
That's what it
You
looks like he's
continue
floating.
running. Morthos, you're up.
Do I? No. Yeah. Am I within 120 feet of JB yet? Sorry.
No, I'm like right at the edge.
Yeah, you're probably, but it goes like around a bend, so you don't have a line of sight on him currently. Unless you're trying to.
Technically, don't need that for message,
perfect.
but I don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
where he is.
Yeah.
I'm rolling a perception check.
Okay.
I critted,
Okay.
and I'd like to see what I saw with June.
You watched as the air myrmidon swung at your Echo. Echo dodged first, was smashed by the second. Air myrmidon hit June. June popped to her feet, dodged away, and rushed back around the barn.
All right. 10 or lower, Morthos thinks that she's in danger. 10 or higher.
No, don't leave it to
She
chance.
got around.
No. You know my luck.
All right. He thinks she's safe.
No.
Oh boy! Come on,
So-
Katya.
Bye, everyone.
He's actually going to run around
What is that? A Deus Ex Machina?
the building.
So 5, 10, 15, 20,
Why is this
25,
thing
30,
So obsessed
35.
with me.
35.
And then he will dash for his action. And
Okay.
he will move all the way to the corner.
You go to the corner and you
Yeah.
do not see June anywhere.
Shoot.
Okay.
That's unfortunate.
Ray keeps running.
Yep, he's gonna stay there.
Okay. Air Myrmidon
I'm coming back.
I hate this guy.
rushes forward.
I'm coming back. I got a web.
Bye, guys.
I don't have any webs.
Takes its 3 attacks against you, no longer with advantage.
Yeah.
Do we have any disadvantages?
No.
No.
Okay. Well, let's see if
I
I
want you
kill
to die. I wanted to die.
That is a. What is it? Plus.
No adding. We don't do math here.
Okay, so that is 23 to hit.
Man,
8 points of damage.
that win thing
Down.
is
Don
You go
skis.
down.
Don. She's Don.
Okay.
And if the 2 more,
Second attack with
Yep.
advantage.
if this hits, is this 2?
That is 25 to hit.
Yep.
You have 1 death fail.
Mm.
No,
Third
that's-
attack.
No, isn't it 2?
That's 2 death fails.
That's 2 death fails.
So she, if you hit her here, she's dead.
Correct.
Yeah.
And kill shot for June.
And the lightning happens after.
That is a 22 to hit.
I'm out.
As the flail
I'm
comes
out.
down and smashes your face,
Dead.
June, you
I better change the
are
description on Fiverr.
you
right
are dead. Yeah, we'll have to do a new character for her. Hopefully he's working on Killian. Okay, June.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We went out not gracefully.
You are
We're
dead.
out.
You were put to mercy, though.
Yeah.
It was a good run. You know,
The
Yeah, I
air
did good
myrmidon.
for
you actually
you.
saved my life.
I think I did actually.
The air myrmidon looks at you and just says under
like
its
you.
breath,
No. Oh no.
"All right,
That was rough.
you are all running. Morthos, you wait. June does not come around.
Oh, that's so sad.
Oh, you're killing me.
can't look.
If I see you go around the edge of that,
You see all of your friends have gone. You're waiting for June. She has not come around.
He will attempt to stealth down to the edge of the corner.
Okay, roll your stealth check.
dude, if we have no listener, we have no party.
Has the party
We
reached
start over.
27.
Okay, you get down
June's out.
and you see June's body laying on the
Aw.
ground. Her face smashed to the back of her head
Her face is a bowl.
as the air myrmidon is just looking over her and staring at her body.
Wow.
She is dead.
Rip.
Throw a card out.
2 questions. Have they reached me yet? And is it now a new day?
I'm like
They
right
have not
there.
reached you yet. It is not a
And
new
it's
day.
11:15.
It's 11:58.
Morthos kind of looks at her, and a tear actually starts to
Say
fall.
another breath for
I don't think
you.
you even liked me that much.
And he kind of says,
One tear.
I don't know if you were chosen or not, but is still a shame to see your life go. I am sorry. I could not save you.
Now, does the accumulated poison in my body just go and then take down our air Smilodon?
It does not.
Good try.
So
Just
you see
thought-
her dead.
And then I will use my action to dash, and I will run the other way.
You dash backwards, and you are out of combat.
Holy smokes!
Well,
I guess we weren't supposed to fight.
I change back before they
Really?
get there.
I blame
No,
Rubius for all of this.
So as you rush, you all kind of collect yourselves, and you turn as you reach Killian, as he is standing there with Tooth, who is toothless.
He's about to be less too.
he have
And
a hat?
Morthos comes rushing up, and you see the fallen look in his face as June does not follow behind. And that's where we will pick up our episode
at least
next
I get a
week.
free cremation.
And so,
There's always a plus side.
Yeah!
And your head's a candy dish, so it's okay.
thank you all for sticking with us and watching our first character death of the campaign,
No looting.
Episode 16.
Only dying.
episode 16.
Did we make it further in any of the other?
I don't think so.
seasons?
We tend
We tend to die early.
Yeah.
Somebody tends to die.
and often.
And often.
So we have had our giveaways for the evening, and we hope that you'll catch us next Tuesday night when we pick up our story at 7:30 Eastern here on Twitch as the party continues to loot, die, and repeat. Have a good night, everyone. Cheers.